So welcome everybody to Encounter Roleplay. My name is Will. I am your Dungeon Master and your host for tonight as we begin the climactic finale of Curse of Strahd. You might notice that Lee is not with us, but she'll be joining us in just about an hour. She's been having to work late tonight, so she'll be back in about an hour to finish things off with us. This is, of course, the very last episode of Curse of Strahd. Very sad. But we'll see exactly what happens. And where things go. Apparently the ambient sound is super strong. We might want to turn that down a little bit, Brian. Other than that, though, we should go ahead and meet our cast for tonight, along with Vela Licken. Welcome, Vela, to the adventure. You are a gentle licker and a scholar. Thank you for joining us. So let's get into it, I guess. Let's meet our cast and crew who we are playing tonight. Oh my, that's why. My microphone should be better now. I fucked with it. There we go. All right, then. So, Cord, who are you playing tonight?
Hello, everybody. Am I muted? No, good. My name is Mathematic. What's up? I'm playing Enrin Colt. He's a ranger who hates the undead, but he realized through viewer decisions that he is actually a ghost.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So you're a human
ranger. Yep.
Or ghost ranger, I suppose, at this point.
Human Granger.
Human Granger. Love it. Gareth, how you doing? And who are you playing today?
I'm doing fantastic. I am Strahd in chat. I am playing Miles Edgar, who is a halfling bard. He doesn't sing, he draws, although he is now the physical embodiment of death.
Yes, yep. Yes, he is indeed. And Brian, tell us more. Who are you playing today?
Sorry, I gotta unmute everything. What's going on, guys? I am Astrin. I am hanging out with these guys as always. Always a privilege. I am playing Dr. Edmund Caesar. He is a very crazy, kind of an insane plague doctor type. The party found him running a hospital that was actually under the control of one of Strahd's horsemen, and he helped the party take out that horseman and start on their way to actually confronting Strahd himself. And now he is kind of along for the ride as he intends to help them free all of the souls in Barovia.
Okay. All right then. You mess around with this for a moment. But all right, let's get into today. Of course, Lee is playing Diligence. Diligence is, of course, our tiefling, local tiefling warlock. She's a warlock, right?
Yes.
Yeah, she is a warlock, yes. And she has the demon Kevin inside of her, as well as this new one, Belfi, who is her latest resident old one demon inside of her. And she's got a bunch going on. She's also has a bit of a romance going on with Miles, Gareth's character. So that will be interesting to see how we finish things off here on that one. So, are we all ready, set, and excited? Yeah, I don't know what to do with the mic now, because I fucked with it a bit, and it seems to just work after a while, so I don't really know. It goes up and down, and I've changed the thing which worked last time, so we'll just power through, and if it keeps doing it, I'll figure something out. I can, of course, just go to this microphone here, but it's not as good. Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
Exactly. So we'll stick to this nice, sexy one here. So let's get into today's session. So let's do a recap of the last time, starting with Cord. What happened last time?
There was a siege on Castle Ravenloft. Enrin was hodoring his way through a giant, a giant like fleshy bat creature, and he pushed a statue through the wall, and then created a huge hole that we all entered through into the courtyard. And then we made our way through the ramparts, or these sally ports.
There we go.
And then from there we met a mysterious figure with a scythe on his back. We played a game of chance with him, and Scardstar, Gareth, you remember what happened there? You'd probably be better.
Yes, so Miles stepped up because he's the lucky one. tried to play a slightly confusing game of blackjack with dice, but I failed miserably. We lost, which condemned us all to death. Death at that point then reared up and attacked us. We were getting beat the shit out of. There was lots of back and forth, but in the end, Miles did a desperate thing. He reached out and he grabbed the scythe with a natural 20, stripped it away from Death, and he suddenly gained the power of the Horseman. Death shriveled up and died, and Miles took over his power. Then. Do you want to carry on, Askren? Can I tag you in?
Yeah, because well, there really wasn't a whole lot that happened after that. That was pretty much it. Miles became quite emo, because apparently that comes with the title. But yeah, we all
emo, not Elmo.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's a
completely different show.
Distinction.
Now. Elmo.
So we, with the power of death in hand, we just kind of marched out of the room. And deeper into Strahd's castle. We didn't come across anything.
I'll take the tag back. Tag me back in.
Oh, okay.
Tag him in.
Tag me in. I want to see it.
Yeah, go for it.
Tag him in.
Oh, I got it. I do it there.
Okay.
Rookie.
This is the finale. You've ruined it, Brian. You've ruined it.
Okay. Tag
I'll go.
Not even him, too.
So we then bumped into the magistrate, who I'd never met.
Oh, fuck, right, that guy.
Proper dick.
Yes.
Then at the top of the stairs, we saw a young tiefling girl walk in from prior in the season when I forgot her name.
Tyranny.
Terra?
Yeah, Terra.
Yeah, I always get confused.
When Terra walked down the stairs, and that was a kind of cliffhanger ending.
Yeah, she was the bride of Strahd, right? Something like that.
Not like you were.
That was Madam. That was
Irina Koliana.
Irina.
I thought Irina died.
Irina.
Yep, you heard that Irina had died. That's what the magistrate had told you. And then at the very end there, you saw her walking down the stairs. Of course, the magistrate turned out to, having sold his soul and body to Strahd, no longer be able to be killed very easily, it seemed. Yeah, she had been betwixt. That was pretty much the end there, as you saw her walking down those staircases. So any questions before we begin today's session from my players?
Oh, no question. I just remembered I have to get into Roll20.
Good idea.
I don't think so. I think we're gonna kill Strahd today, right? That's what we're doing.
That's certainly the plan.
Yeah, that's the entire plot. So
that would be a good
it's gonna
start.
happen. No one's gonna die.
Yeah.
No one's gonna die, even though Gareth is already deaf.
Yep.
So I'm sure it'll work out perfectly well for
Well,
you
that just
guys.
means he can't die
Just
now.
no touch attacks.
It's not just a phase.
No lay on hands from you. We will die.
So as we begin today's session, I remind you chaps in chat a few ways that you can interact with our show. Of course, if you haven't retweeted, then do so. ! Tweet there in chat. 25, you guys get to decide what happens in our game. Last night, you guys decided that it was all just a dream. So we can have even crazier ones tonight. Of course, you can donate to affect the outcome of the game. Give players nat 1s, nat 20s, wild magic surges, wild magic items, mounts, and you could just make anything happen as well. So be sure to get involved in that in our climactic finale here. What else? Of course, if you haven't followed, hit that follow button and join us. We're here all the time. We've got a full schedule of different shows. So let us get started into this most woesome of games here today. It's gonna be sad to see it go, but alas, we do have to murder these players at one point or another. Seems like we might as well do it now.
Good luck. You have a ghost and death in the party.
Yep. I think I have a few ways. So as we begin today's session, you guys are standing at the bottom of a hallway, and amidst this hallway, it's just you and of course the magistrate sitting at a table. There's two sets of stairs running upwards to higher levels, kind of like upper balconies almost, in a very nice kind of estate which you're in. Of course, you're in Castle Ravenloft itself, and so the place is extremely old. And everything around here, the decor shows its age. Ancient paintings around, very kind of traditional like hunting scenes around in this place, I suppose you'd say. And the decor definitely shows the age of this place. There are cobwebs hanging everywhere because there are. Of course, no one really lives in Castle Ravenloft anymore, as far as you're aware, other than Strahd himself, the magistrates, and Tyranny now. And you see this girl, Tyranny, coming down the staircase, and she's wearing these pretty simple robes at this point. Before you saw her wearing kind of like children's like shawl, basically. But now she's wearing some very nice kind of dark, sexy vampire robes, the kind that you'd imagine a vampire would wear. And she's stepping down. She's of course only around like 12 or 13. So she's pretty young. She has two like eyes, which is important because previously she had one and then she had two, and so that's important to distinguish.
You're like she has two eyes, and then you're like, that sounds stupid.
Sounds weird, but it is important to the story because she was destroyed in the past. So Valo says, my donation came through. I'm just going to accept it. You have to donate in Great British pounds, otherwise it won't come through. I have to accept it manually. So that should come through in just a few moments here. And thanks so much to Valor. He's nice and says, roll on the table. I guess that's a wild magic surge table. Thanks so much, Valor.
Like, don't 414, so I don't know what table.
Well, so let's do the wild magic surge. Technically, that's not enough, but we'll go with it for now, since we don't want to spend forever doing
He
this.
donated $5 in USD and it didn't scale up enough.
It's euro, so yeah, it's slightly better than your
It's a lot closer than it was.
American dollar.
Yeah, I know. I was like,
Even like 2 weeks ago, we would have been that would have been £20.
You could have bought 50 surges.
So who do you want to roll on the table? What's up, Dragonite? What's up, Jax? So go ahead and let us know, and we'll do that in a moment here. So just setting the scene, she's coming down the staircase. How do you guys initially react to seeing Terra here?
I don't.
yeah, you don't. Do I know you from somewhere?
She nods as she's stepping down the staircase, and she says, "Yes, we've met before, Enrin. You helped me."
How do we know it's really you?
I don't know. Oh wait, and then she
Takes out her eye.
She takes it.
Her glass eye.
No, she takes off her necklace and she holds up the necklace, and it's the same necklace which Diligence gave to her before. Diligence gave me this. She like puts it back on.
Enrin kind of like holds up his thumb. Right, all right, it's you, Terra.
Hi, Enrin.
What are you doing here?
Wow, long story. Should we walk and talk?
Yes. Let's be careful, though.
Okay. she like thinks that's weird. Like you think she should be careful in this place, which is odd because you're in like the lion's den right now. You know.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Okay, Enrin. We'll be careful walking around the evil vampire castle.
It's actually my school. So.
Yeah, exactly. What's happening?
Let me show you my classroom.
So she starts walking with you, and she says, "Oh, and Miles too. How are you, Miles?"
I've been better. Why are you here? What?
Oh, yeah, you're deaf now. God, that sucks.
How do you know that?
Look at you. You've. I mean,
You're just like bellowing black smoke.
you've got a giant scythe on your
He's
back.
holding the scythe, he forgot.
How do you know that?
He forgot that he's holding the scythe.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
this. Oh.
you got me.
And yet we find you in the House of Strahd.
Right, yeah. Crazy, huh? And you've got a new friend you brought with you. He looks kind of scary. What's going on with that whole mask thing there?
I cannot remove it. It is sewn
Right.
onto my face.
He can remove it with a little bit of help.
Not any less creepy.
I'm Terra. Nice to meet you.
Yes, we've met.
Oh, yes, no, we have, yes.
Yes.
You can.
I believe I put a tube into your neck.
Yes, I remember now. Yes, indeed. Where's Diligence?
I'm unsure.
You gotta look back to where she was, and she's not there anymore.
Just some smoke in her shoes.
Yeah.
She's not just shaking in the corner.
Well, she'll be here in an hour. She gets off work in an hour.
She had an errand. She'll be back.
I'll go back and start turning things over and looking for her.
Oh, right. No, I understand now. This makes sense. Yeah. Oh, come with me, Miles. Don't worry. We'll go and find her. I know where she is now.
All right.
Great. And then
Kind of like give a concerned look to Miles and.
Yeah, I'm kind of following, but I'm sending eye daggers into the back of the head.
Do you have sneak attack?
She takes 2d6.
Side
He's not
attack.
stealth, so he doesn't get it.
Yeah. So she starts leading you up this balcony, through different corridors, through different doors, and along these ancient corridors. And as you're walking, talking, and she says, my new name. Oh, have you? I've changed my name. You can no longer. You don't call me Terry anymore. You can call me War.
What have you done?
War?
Yeah, I think it was just more catchy. Like WAR.
What did he offer you?
Who offered me what?
Why would you suddenly become War?
One doesn't just become War. No. It was more of an awakening, I suppose.
Did
Help me with that.
Strahd make you an offer?
Who did she say that to? Sorry, who did she say that you helped with that?
To the group of you, basically. Yeah.
What happened?
Well, somewhere along the line, what with the whole, witches thing and being in there. Oh yeah, 6. Forgot you guys level up. Oh fuck, you guys gonna be fun. Forgot you guys were level 12. Shit.
You forgot we leveled up while you were in the bathroom.
Get rid of all the goblins I had planned.
Oh boy.
Scratch out these dire rats.
I was gonna throw these kobolds at you. Let's get out of it. She said somewhere along the line of the witches taking me prisoner, gouging out my eyes, reforming my eyes, and my eye being gouged out again, and then the whole thing in the orphanage section, the child's ward, with the whole legs thing and the maggots and that. Somewhere along there, I realized that I am the child of war.
The child of war, what does that mean? As I kind of look again, concerned look over at our Grim Reaper's child of sorrow.
Yeah. And she says, honestly, we're going to have to find out together, I think. That'll be more fun. Right?
Right.
Great.
So how long have you been here?
I've been here, I think, all my life. Yeah, I think since birth I've been here.
Been here at Castle Ravenloft.
Right.
Tara, can you hear me? I'm here.
She's like,
She can't actually. Miles, you have to drink. Because Miles is muted. Haha.
hey.
I nearly did, and then I.
No. He's like, wait, no, he responded.
Tara,
Yes.
what have you done? There was no need for this. You're above this.
What do you mean?
Our paths are not set in front of us. We choose our own way. You don't need to do this.
Did you choose to become deaf?
No, but I'm going to choose to get rid of this. I'm going to choose to end this madness.
Did you choose to be the child of sorrow?
I did not choose this, but I don't know what this is. People keep calling me this.
You've really got a thing about choice, Miles, and sometimes you're just born into things. It's okay. Just accept some things. It's gonna be fine. I'm the child of war. You're the child of sorrow. We could make a song about it. What rhymes with sorrow?
Sorrow.
Yeah. This is gonna come along great. Come on, guys! And she like starts jaunting through the rest of the castle, trying to figure out a name for a song.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Yes.
Enrin, you're not helping.
Sorry. It's like rhyming.
And as she's as she's going down the rest of these corridors and castles, she stops at a door. And as you come to this door, she says, "Oh, you should go in here, Miles. I don't know if the rest of us should.
Why me?
It's kind of personal."
These are my friends. They've seen everything I've had to see. I have no problem with them coming with me if they choose to do so.
Just saying. If you guys want to come in, you can. I can just wait outside.
But you said this is for Miles.
It's more for Miles, really, yeah.
But we could come in.
If you want, it just might be hard for him.
I wait for...
I look at the scythe on my back. I know nothing but archery. Let's just get this over and done with. Whatever you're going to show me can't do any worse to what's been done to me already.
Yeah, true enough. In fact, that's kind of why... all right, you'll see. And then she's like, go on, open it up.
I kind of look back at the group. And then I open the door.
Okay, so you open it up. And as you open up the lights in the room, there's just one window illuminating this room, and it looks onto this cage. And this room is intimately familiar to Miles because it's the room in which he was kept for all of his life, all of his childhood. There are books around the floor. It's the exact same state in which you left it previously. There's just one kind of like iron metal cage in the center of this room with just books around it and very little else. There's a few there's like a bucket in a corner. There's food which has been laid out in a bowl which has been eaten, and it's just most memorable room to Miles.
I kind of stand there for a second and tears start streaming down my face and my bottom lip starts to go, this can't be true. What kind of magic is this? Why do you do this? And then I run off to one of the bookcases in the corner and I pull it away from the wall.
Yeah.
And then behind where the bookcase is on the wall is lots of etchings and drawings which I did into the wall.
Nice. Yeah. And they're all the exact same as before. And as you tear them, as you tear it down, you tear a bit of the wooden paneling off. As it comes off, because it's old dry wood, you see what are basically there's peepholes in the wood, which have just kind of torn away.
Ooh.
I literally stumble over my words. I can't find anything to say. And I turn back to Terra. It was him that kept me here. It was Strahd.
Yeah. Me too. And then she looks through the peephole to the other side, and you can kind of, she motions you to look through, and as you look through, you see basically a very similar room, cage in this other room that you can see through, and books everywhere. Just a bit of food left out, which is now dry and rotting. Yeah, me too, I think.
But you choose to take this name on? You choose to live here again?
It's kind of like home now.
Your home is where you make it.
Yeah, but those parents I had never really looked after me. They sold me to those hags, right? Well, they sold me to Strahd, I suppose.
My mother and father, they loved me. Everything I can remember about them kept me going for all this time.
Miles, I don't think they ever existed.
I've thought about them every single day. How could they not exist? What?
From what I've read, the child of sorrow isn't a naturally born child. As hard as that is to say. They were just a child of war, so I think we might be Strahd's children. Brother?
Miles just starts pulling over every bookcase in this room in sheer rage. Books go flying everywhere, and
She like looks in. It's some family reunion, right?
I guess he doesn't really respond.
yeah, I'm tantruming and tantruming hard. What?
Calm down. Calm down.
I don't believe this. Where is he?
Okay. Well, I just figured we could go and see Dad later after we did the rest of the tour. But if you,
I grab her by the throat. Do not call him that. Do not ever say that.
you're kind of, and as you like touch her, like you see like the life draining from.
Oh
her,
yeah.
Because you can't touch people without killing them.
So I'm gonna try and hold on as long as I can before as soon as I see her, like the color draining for her.
As it's draining from her eyes, like as she goes, and then you see this like fire in her eyes. It's like pure, unadulterated like rage and like passion in her eyes, and she like looks straight back at you, and then like your hand is like burning up and sizzling up, and she says, "Do not touch me." And then as it like comes off, and she's like, "Whoa, sorry about that." Ooh, and thank you to Worgen19 for following. Welcome to the event, my friend. You are a gentle Worgen and a scholar who's joining us. So she's like, sorry about that. You know, the whole war thing comes out of me sometimes.
And there are others. And there are others in here.
We go to the nursery.
The nursery.
You're not gonna like it there.
I look at Caesar. Doctor, you were working for the Maggot Queen, yes?
That's correct, yes.
And we think she was in some sort of... They were in some sort of like pact, the Maggot Queen and...
Yeah, in a deal in that she is the horseman of one of the horsemen of Strahd.
Yeah, basically, she couldn't actually harvest the blood and infest people with the maggots herself. She just birthed them, so she basically enslaved Caesar and forced him to do it for her.
I don't think we're gonna... I feel as if we're gonna see a lot of familiar faces at this nursery. As I kind of like nod and like refer back to that asylum that we were at, that Caesar was the head doctor for.
He says,
Strahd was fed quite a bit of blood from the asylum. Not all of it may have gone to him personally. But who knows what other monstrosities...
Not worried about the blood or about...
No, but there are monstrosities that may have...
I'm worried about the children.
Blood is a ritual component. Children may be exposed to it and reborn of it.
I'm gonna punch Caesar in the face. And as he's laying on the floor, I'm gonna say, "Look what you've done. Look at the madness you've helped create in this place."
Miles, it's all right. It's not there anymore.
he's gonna kind of put his hand on your chest, and even though it's sort of like he can hear the leather glove that he wears sort of sizzling, he's going to say,
You were born of this, just as I was.
Full of a talk.
None of us culpable, as all of us are guilty.
I rejected my path.
It does not
I
seem
fight
the
against
case.
it. I do not willingly accept this. I do not do as what I'm told.
And yet, it seems you have taken the mantle you were always meant to take.
I bring down the scythe like an inch away from his face.
Whoa.
There's
Okay.
no reaction on his face because of the mask. It's just these smoked glass goggles staring at you.
You better undo this madness.
Hey, listen, brother. And like she like goes to like lower your side, but she like takes the hilt of the scythe and like puts it down. So we are in a weird position, right? So I can tell you're pretty angry against Strahd, and I've got that anger in me too. But there's also things that we'll have to do due to our nature, and yours now that you're deaf. So there isn't long that your friends outside will have until they're all defeated and sent back, or pestilence is defeated, or there isn't much time. So let us go through the nursery to meet Strahd.
If this is a trick, I won't stop to get you back.
All right then. And she like starts leading away. So
I
she
follow.
yeah. So as you start following terror or war or whatever you want to call her through these corridors, you start hearing this kind of like chiming of what they call the things which are above children's beds. Mobiles, there you go, yeah. And yeah, you kind of hear this like chiming of mobiles and this song being sung, this kind of very dissonant kind of tune being sung by an old voice. As you come to this long corridor down here, this gets louder and louder, and then Terror or War, she opens the door with a tong, and it opens up into this very large room. It's kind of cavern almost. The ceilings are so high that you can't see them in the darkness. There is this rather bizarre scene before you. There are children kind of crawling around the floor like in a creche or a nursery. There's probably like 20 or 30 of these children like crawling around, or like adult, kind of toddlers age, crawling around, and they are playing with toys. But these toys aren't the usual toys that you'd see a child playing with. They are similar aged humans, because the babies that you see crawling around have this dark leathery grey skin, and they have these sharp fangs coming down, very similar to those of a vampire's. And the doctor would probably recognize this as a vampire newly born. They still have this weird kind of leathery grey skin to them before they fully form, and they're just crawling around like eating different morsels of food. Also in this room there are these Iron Maidens, and these Iron Maidens are identical to those from the White Dove Asylum, and occasionally one will dispense some blood, and it'll just kind of go into a pool on the floor, and the children will come and sloop up the blood, yes, from the floor. Instead of these of usual like mobiles, I suppose, that a child might have in these cots which the children have, there are bats. You know how bats sleep upside down? They're all kind of spinning around in a circle, and occasionally one will like grab up and reach one down, stuff one into its mouth to devour it. In this in this room, this kind of macabre scene before you, that is what you see crawling around on the floor. And Tara looks at you guys and says, so this is the nursery. We,
It's disgusting. What are these?
children of Strahd, I suppose.
Vampire spawn. Feral offspring.
Yeah, also, we kind of started here, me and Miles.
I'm one of them.
You were? And now you're deaf? And also in that room where they kept us, they did terrible things to change our bodies from those of the regular vampire spawn to give us almost human, or in your case halfling traits, so that we could infiltrate, I suppose. We're special.
Kind of the deathly facade drops for a second. I'm one of them.
These are our brothers and sisters.
Why would he do that to us? Why am I alive? Why make me think something I'm not?
I guess the question is, why are you deaf?
The doctor will kind of grab Miles' shirt and kind of turn him around so they're facing. He says,
You see it now. Strahd created you and the others for purposes that he might reign control over the land. But now that you have realized why he created you, you have realized that you must resist. You must be the one that ends him.
Doctor, did you know? Did you know I was one of these?
No, of course not. I am not privy to any plans of the Dark Lord of this place. As I said before, I am as much a slave to the cycle as you are. Though I believe that just as you were created for a purpose, so were each of us in turn.
I turn to Enrin and you know about these things. You've taught me so much. You must know, is there a way I can go back? Can I be normal?
Miles, if only we could go back to being normal. You and I and Caesar.
Me too.
And Terra.
Just a boy. I didn't choose this. I didn't want this.
Miles, you didn't choose anything you've done. It's all been thrust upon you, and you've been the braver for accepting everything. Look at you now. You are a god of death.
Monster.
What's on your back?
A monster.
No,
You're not a monster.
you have not made the choices that led you here. But now you must make this choice for yourself.
He kind of just closes his eyes, and that kind of deathly glow comes over him again. We must finish this. I can't let anyone suffer the things I have. We need to burn this entire castle to the ground.
Miles.
Henry.
This was all thrust upon you because of Well, what can stop the undead?
I don't know, but I'm gonna find out.
I feel like death. And the Reaper is the only thing that could bring the doom to the dead.
He controls me still.
And he is their end. And he is you. Let's go find Strahd.
I'm worried, Enrin. I feel his hooks in me. I feel his strings still. I need to ask something of you.
You've got that scythe on your back. Cut those strings.
Enrin, if I lose control, I need you to do the right thing. I need you to forget everything we've been through, and I just need you to make sure I stop. If I become a puppet of Strahd, I need you to end it.
I understand.
Doctor, you heard him say that, and I need you to make sure he goes through with it and he has no second.
Miles, please don't say another word. I understand.
We need to clean this place now. And I reach down and I grab the face of one of the vampires, trying to...
Yeah. You grab his face. Falls over. Ed. There's blood on your spectral hand. There's like 20 others like crawling around like...
I'm probably scrounging the blood off of that one.
Yeah.
I'm just sniffing your hand now.
Yeah, like a dog. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go through, and I'm guessing kind of as I go through, I get more adept at it. I'm doing two at once, and
Yeah. Yeah, and you scythe around a bit as well, so you don't have to actually touch them. And quickly you go through here and disperse those children. Some manage to kind of fly away on little leathery wings, or like birds just learning to fly, and they can kind of fly out of here. One of them actually even turns into a bat. That one must be quite advanced, and flies up way up into the rafters to escape. So not all of them are gone, but you managed to clean out this nursery within a few minutes' time.
and then more.
Probably. Yeah, probably.
Where is Strahd?
We can go there now, I suppose. I think he has diligence.
Where will she be? Has he spoken of her? Have you spoken to him about her?
No. You don't believe it?
This man has taken everything I ever believed in. He's now taken everything I ever had as well.
Yeah, I think he plans on using her to defeat Pestilence. You know that demon inside of her? The really ancient, powerful one?
Yeah.
I think he's going to try and set him free.
Miles kind of sighs to himself with a bit of I told her.
Yeah, I told her not to say that back. What did I tell her?
Take us to him.
Okay.
Bastard.
Yep. All right. Strong words. And she starts kind of leading you.
As she goes to the door, whose side are you on?
Me? I'm on Alan's side. Because nobody's on my side, little hobbit.
Surprisingly appropriate.
Yeah.
Do you not wish for normality? Do you not wish to go home? Do you not wish to have something real?
I don't know. No, I think deep down what I really want is war.
Have you by chance looked outside the window?
It's going great.
And I love it.
She looks outside, like the fire in her eyes.
Just
Maybe far away.
She sits back in an old rocking chair and watches the war outside.
Maybe she's making coffee. Maybe string is not.
it's better than
She has to
TV.
shoutcast it.
Oh, and there comes the evil little other skeleton coming in there with the right hand
I'm gonna
swing.
live tweet this
Oh
war.
wow! What a pull from me! Oh, looks like it's got its old.
And the crowd go.
And that's all she wrote. He's on fire, literally, over there.
It's a left swing, it's a right swing. So yeah, she does that for a little bit, and then she's like, right, sorry, let's back to the guest. Yeah, the present gloom of this situation, and she starts leading you down these corridors, and as you start coming to another one of these doors after a few minutes or so, you hear this kind of like bubbling and it's kind of boiling. And it's like like when a bathtub is like sloshing around, is that kind of sound. She said, we're gonna have to go through. We have to go through here. Okay. Yeah. Let's go through here. And she the kind of smell of it's like bath salts kind of attacks your nostrils pretty quickly.
Yeah. I know what that smells like.
Yeah, bath salts. Or like a bath bomb, I suppose.
There you go.
Or like a scented candle attacks your nostrils as it comes in.
This one is called Strahd Bomb. Made from the blood of my enemies and baking soda for bubbles.
I like to imagine like the Strahd advert for this. Sometimes, so you just
My brain.
it really gets the blood out as he's like rubbing a carpet.
He's got like a baking roll or like a whatever those things are, and he's just like rolling the blood out of a corpse.
Works a treat every time. And as you're coming into this room, you open it up and you see this large bathtub in front of you, this large brass bathtub, inside of which is this giant ooze, essentially. It's an ooze which is just dripping and oozing pus from multiple wounds, and it has multiple mouths as well. It has probably about 10 mouths coming from this basically flesh sponge, is how I would describe it. Brian's done it. Is that enough on that one? Flesh sponge.
What is it at the core of it? What kind of...
Basically, I think like the same kind of, like a flesh blob, kind of spongy, multiple mouths coming from it, all of which are kind of screaming out in agony at the same time because there's like soap going into these open wounds, in which it's in this bath.
I'm picturing, have you seen that video of the coagulating black mamba blood that somebody, they put like a drop or two of black mamba blood in a vial of blood, or venom in a vial of blood, and they stir it around, and it looks like this giant, it really thickens and coagulates. It's really gross, but that's what I'm picturing, so Google that.
All right.
Everyone, if you want to take
horrific images.
Terrifying.
Yep. Damn, we're already at 20 retweets, guys. Go ahead and tweet
shit.
out. This big, fleshy
Okay, fine, I'll link it.
ooze with these multiple wounds going out, just kind of screaming out from 10 different mouths. At this point, it's basically blocking the entire room. This bathtub is so big that it's blocking the corridor through to the next door, basically. And she turns to you guys and says, "There is a way to," and it's it starts screaming again. Sorry, she waits for it to stop. There is a way for us to get past this thing easily, I suppose. I've learned a trick here.
What is that?
You see any cats around? Brian looks.
No, I don't.
We both do.
Brian
Ours makes the cat noise.
Bring me a cat worthy of the flesh sponge.
Miles starts making the noise, and he's just like,
You know they don't come when you do that, right? It doesn't actually work.
She says, if we can find a cat,
I'm armed.
then all we have to do is just put it in a bath.
Why a cat?
Cats don't like water.
What an encounter for us it's going to be.
Cats don't like
An
water.
angry cat encounter.
Cats don't like water, but this thing doesn't like cats.
But Okay, so Miles reaches into his pocket and he pulls out a small onyx figure of a dog,
Right.
and he just chucks it, and it transforms into like a miniature dachshund.
Yeah, it's got to be like the cutest, fluffiest.
Yeah,
dog.
You say Dashin?
Yeah, dachshund. Is that not a word?
It's a dachshund.
Yeah, that's so cool because we call it Dachshund.
It's a dachshund, isn't it?
I think it's a dachshund. I'd say dachshund.
Yeah, it's dachshund.
I don't care.
It's a German word.
All right, it's a poodle with a little bow in its hair.
There we go. Oh, we call them
It's Tinkles.
Oh my god, that's how people pronounce my last name.
But yeah, it's the wondrous miniature of.
Can I cast an illusion to make it look like a cat?
No, it turns into a real dog.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Can I use an illusion to make it look like a cat?
Sure, if you want.
Then that's what I'll do.
Okay, so as this tiny little dachshund, beautiful, cute eyes, comes in, what kind of cat have you transformed it into?
Oh god, one of those hairless ones. The really angry looking ones.
Yeah, really angry looking, hairless cat. Just kind of like, flies in.
They're the ones that look like a scrotum with legs, aren't they?
Yeah,
Basically.
pretty much.
Yeah, they're adorable.
And you see
So gross, they're adorable.
And you see this giant flesh blob just kind of like,
That's how I feel about scrotums.
and just, wow.
They're adorable.
you just you see it just go flying into this flesh blob and just and you know how like plants, what are they called, like those
Venus flytrap.
yeah, fly traps will just like sink into themselves. It basically does that. It like folds in
Falls
on
over.
itself.
Like Silly thought you would.
And just like you don't hear the cat anymore, or the dog. It's gone. And she says, "Yeah, that works. So don't ask me how I found that out." Okay, and she basically like steps over the bathtub and like heads on over to like, come on, guys,
As
What a
we're
puzzle, Will.
yes,
throw the cat out of the giant cat.
because
An hour worth of story of just facing Strahd's cat.
Yeah.
standard adventuring gear when you go into Strahd's castle
Did you
is
bring
a
the cat though? Yeah. I don't see cat on your
It's
inventory.
been in the bag. It's been in the bag of
This is
holding.
why we always plug to everybody except never tell your cat.
Never tell your cat.
No, that's what we're gonna do to him.
We will
Literally,
kill.
I got that dog from a donation. Someone gave me a random magic. I was like, what the hell am I going to do with the dog? But
There you go. You gotta throw out the giant flesh.
Now I say quick before it realizes it's not actually a cat.
And you see it just kind of, you guys like vault over the bathtub, and head on through the castle. As she says, "Come on, quick!" She's getting quite excited at this point.
As we're just as we're passing by, I'm gonna turn to Tara and say, "By the way, how is your maggot doing? I haven't had time to treat it."
She says, "Great, thanks. I sent it to war with the other maggots
Oh, that's unfortunate.
inside my body."
Oh, well, slightly more fortunate.
If you were to like analyze her, you'd see like just a wall of maggots going on inside her.
Perfect.
Yep, very hot. So yeah, you head on further to the castle, and you're pretty deep inside it now. You're going up different stairwells until you come to kind of top of a spiral tower, and close up to it. She turns to you as you're coming down. There's just one long corridor with a door at the end. But this door looks like the oldest door that you've seen yet. It's ancient, like truly ancient oak. She says, "So this is probably where he is at the moment. He likes to hang out here sometimes. He's doing ritual sacrificing."
Are you ready, Miles? Caesar? We ready to do this?
I don't think I've been ready yet, so why change the habit of a lifetime? Remember what I said, Enrin? If this is the last time that
I know.
we meet, thank you.
I know.
And then, can I try and kick open the door?
You can walk towards the door first, yeah.
Like a badass.
Okay, I saunter towards the door.
This
So strong.
and you open up the broom because shit, wrong one.
Not in here, I knew that.
Tara's there laughing at the side.
He's playing hide and seek. Well, you're not in this room. So yeah, you blast it on open as you come in here. You're gonna kick open this door, and she says, so Tara says, just go, good luck, brother, and you like blast it open, and as that happens, so you open up this door. You blast it open very quickly. What's like the first thing Miles is thinking as he opens up the door?
I'm probably like my face is covered in anger and gritted teeth and basically fury. I've come in ready for a fight. Everything that's happened to me is now been put down to this man.
Yeah.
I'm struggling to keep my emotions in check.
Nice. What about Astrid's character? What about the Doctor? What's his like immediate thought on his mind as this door opens?
Probably that he, I don't know, that he needs to do what he can to help free sort of the souls. So he's ready for, whatever's gonna come through that door.
Nice. And finally, Enron.
Enrin's been traveling this far looking for an end to the curse that he has. Dare I say the curse of Strahd. But looking for the end of this ongoing cycle of rebirth, not remembering who he is, and the soul entrapment of the people of this realm. So he's a lot of nerves, a lot of color. I would say the color is away from his face, but that is normal at this point. But he is rather nervous, but also very excited to finally see Strahd and to finally actually confront Devil Strahd himself.
Let us go to a map.
Okay, let me switch over.
Let's play.
As you open up this door with a huge kind of crack, it bursts open this ancient oak, and you see within you this large chamber before you. In the center of this chamber is a large sacrificial blood altar, and running towards it are rivulets of blood on four corners of the room, running straight in towards it. Sitting on a throne, this ancient oaken chair, you recognize the man Strahd Von Zarovich, and you see before you his visage once again. You've only seen him once before, but he is this very attractive looking man. Despite the fact that he is thousands of years old, he has a certain presence to him, an allure. Even if visually he's not the most striking or chiseled features or anything like that, he is. He's got something about him which even the fact that you guys are all adventuring blokes, there's a certain attraction to wanting to listen to him or just to want to look at this man. And you see him standing here. He's wearing, of course, his his cape is up like so. He has a glass of wine, or blood most likely, in one hand, this ancient goblet here, and he's just resting on this oaken throne. He's very thin, pale features, and his mouth is twisted to that of the usual man's, because he's got this unusual bone and jaw structure due to the fact he's got these pointed fangs. I'm busy. Most of his teeth are fangs at this point. Despite his relative youth in that he looks probably around 40 or so years old, you can tell this man is ancient. His hair is kind of back, but there's a certain age to the man that you can tell he's just lived for too long. This creature is just far too old to
Out of fashion.
exist. He's really out of fashion.
Nobody
In fact,
slicks their hair back anymore.
It's true. His clothes are very, very old looking. They are of a fashion of thousands of years ago and from a different realm, so they are kind of strange to you. He's wearing this dark cape and this rich reds run through his clothing. And he sits here very, very confidently, very comfortably. And in front of him, just before this ritual blood altar, is Irina Kolyana, or what was once Irina Kolyana. Irina in life was a incredibly beautiful young dark-haired girl, very thin, very attractive, full of life, from Barovia. But of course, events led to where the party ended up not saving her, or not being able to save her. And she is now clearly a vampire spawn. And you see her eyes bloodshot and red. Her fangs, which have just formed, have like grown out very painfully looking. You see actually blood dripping from the gums, where her gums are like trying to reform and learn the new structure of her bones and teeth. And thanks so much to Enoji for falling. Welcome to the adventure. You're a gentleman and a scholar. No worries. Just tell your mum to tell your mum you're busy. But around here as well, there are these two skeleton warriors. They look like fairly standard skeletons that you've seen around Strahd's realms before. They are both fairly very well armored, and they have these two large crossbows in their hand, which kind of points towards you and swivel with a crack and a crease as you enter the room. And there are these 4 sarcophagi around the chamber, each one being fed by these rivulets of blood, which are draining down from the corners of this room. And they appear to be kind of like partly open. Maybe the skeleton come out of them. You can't see what's inside at this point. We do see a strange blue glow coming from within, which is certainly unnatural and unholy. And you see this image before you. So Strahd sitting in his chair at the back, altar at the middle, and of course the last thing which I forgot to describe is that there is a woman on the altar. On this altar is of course Diligence, and the tiefling girl in her like tattered robes at this point. She lies prone, very serene on the altar. And also, sadly, I've had the news that Lee isn't going to be able to make tonight. She's working until like midnight, something ridiculous. So, unfortunately, will not be joining us, which is very sad. But we'll see her again next week. Yeah, any questions about the room as we enter here, or any reminders that you guys need?
Nope.
All right then.
I think we're good.
So as you enter, Strahd reads his box text. Strahd kind of sits back on his chair. He's very confident as you guys walk in. You can come to whatever point you want to. You can drag in your tokens to, you've got it there. We'll bring them a little bigger for the sake of this. We'll bring them up to double size, so like that. Very good. Something like that. Strahd says, but he opens his vampiric ancient mouth and says, "Welcome."
Do you know who I am?
And Strahd appears to take very long pauses in between every kind of sentence which he utters. He doesn't seem to take anything very quickly. He considers everything before he says it, and he says, "You are my child."
I scream. I do a Star Wars. No!
I am your father.
No.
I'm a lot of things, but I'm not your child.
Blood runs down his chin. He gets a little handkerchief doesn't say anything. I'm back.
this madness ends tonight. Or do you want with diligence let her go?
He says, there is an enemy at our gates. She must be stopped.
There is an enemy stood in the doorway.
He says, if pestilence comes to power, she will devour your world too.
When I've killed you, I'm going straight to her door and killing her as well. This madness ends tonight.
You are my son, and you are my horseman.
My name is Miles. Like, you see me really trying to have to fight for this. My name is Miles Edgar. And I am my own man. No one controls me, and I control my own fate. I start to walk forward.
Sure. We'll say for the purposes of the the final scene, it's a slow walk, slow-mo walk towards. And Strahd looks to Enrin and he says, "What of you, Enrin?"
I'm here to stop the curse you have along these lands. I'm tired. I'm tired of coming back. I'm tired of meeting the soulless. I'm tired of your rule.
He says, "It
Tired
is
of what you've done to my family.
It is a necessary evil. I
How
can."
so?
He says, "I can stop the cycle for you and your family. For little Boris." And he moves a hand, and from one of the sarcophagi, it kind of moves itself back, and like crawling out is a little boy, not a mutant child, but Boris, as he was in life, and he just like crawls out and he's really confused. Where am I? He like spots you, kind of runs over, Enrin, and like kind of runs towards you.
Boris,
I go to hold him, but he actually runs right through me.
Yeah, runs right. Where are you?
I'm here. It's a bit hard to explain. It's okay. Do you know where you are?
Are we home?
No, we're not home. We're not home. Stay back. Stay over there by.
I like scan my party members.
Stay over by the door.
I'm scared.
Don't be scared. Don't be scared, Boris.
And Strahd
Don't
says,
fall for his illusions.
I can give you back your family, your happiness. And you too, Miles. I will give you back your love, your life. I will leave your realms alone. You will live in wealth, in joy, in happiness, forever.
You've done enough, Strahd. I'm not here for you to give. We're here to take, like you have to us.
If you take from me what I have taken from so many others, you will bring ruin, not only this realm, but to all others. There will be millions of souls trapped here where they belong, trying to enter into Nilfheim. The Raven King. He will not. You do not know what is going on in your realm. The Dark Lord, the Raven King, he marches. He controls all undead, all dead souls too. When these millions are released, you feed him new armies. They call him Moldark. And he is risen. When you release these souls, You feed him millions of
What do you
soldiers.
propose we do? Devil.
You strike a pact with the devil, as I did to protect our realms. You may not believe it, but I love this realm. I always have. That is why I guard it so closely. I would have you defeat Pestilence. Send her back. Stop this unholy crusade of hers. Keep the souls where they belong. Do not tamper with this cycle.
If the cycle remains unbroken, there will simply be more. Like those that walk in front of you now. More children risen against their will. More people trapped in a cycle of undeath.
What's up with me? Welcome to the adventure, my friend. You're a gentleman and a scholar.
More sacrifices to feed your thirst.
He says, this is true. Yes, this is true.
So, this whole pact that you've made is to actually protect the people of this realm and to keep those away from this dark Raven King. Mol, what's his name?
Moldark, he is the Raven King of Nilfheim. He walks on Atonica. A great war is coming. I will not pretend that my motivations are purely selfless.
I'm sick of all the lies.
I don't know who's lying anymore.
I think everyone is.
I don't know who to trust in this fucking realm.
How do you suggest we defeat Pestilence?
He says,
Feed her. That's it.
yep, you gotta feed her. Just keep feeding her food.
Yep.
She has she
Pestilence, you turn into a real demon when you are hungry. Here's
you have those niggas. You just gotta feed Pestilence and Snickers and she's fine.
She's satisfied.
She's full.
Oh, sorry about that. Man, was I being a big old B word there? Sorry. I was getting hangry.
He says, you can't defeat her. You are the child of sorrow.
Why does that stop me?
He says you can. He doesn't say you can.
Ah. Then why do I need you?
He says, without me, there is no pact.
How do we feed her? What does she eat?
He says,
Souls.
he says, well, I was going to unleash a demon from this one. That seems like the only way.
Release a demon from within her, or use her to raise a demon?
The demon within her, Belfagor, incredibly powerful.
She has made a pact for power. That demon will be able to use her as a conduit. I do not believe her body would survive.
Can I make a... I guess I probably wouldn't know at all. Never mind. I was gonna make a history check because I'm from Atonica, but if I don't really know who Moldark is or how to pronounce his name, I probably would not have heard the lore behind what happened the last time a demon was in someone, which was raised by Moldark.
Sorry.
No, I was just thinking out loud, coming to the conclusion that my history check wouldn't actually prove anything.
You could roll me something. You could roll me a history check, you know, because there's always chance of an answer.
Yeah, if I crit.
Well,
If I don't, I probably won't know because I have not heard. I don't know. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we've always said that the this campaign is set in the realms of Atonica, from Atonica, and season 2 are happening at the same time. So,
Yeah.
also,
We probably blinked out during season 2 of Broken Kingdom.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, on a 12, probably not. So, anything else you guys want to question or check on?
I turn to the group and this is diligence. We can't just give her up, can we?
Will anything be harmful to Diligence? Will she not be harmed during this?
He says, the ritual would likely destroy her mortal body. You could try capturing her into a different vessel.
From what I understand, you are the master about tying life to vessels. Why don't you find something, a trinket or a ball that we can use?
He says, very well, I could see that come to pass. She would not be in the same body, but could, of course, wait until a new body is formed. It will take a century or so.
We will not wait.
Miles,
We tie it to a vessel,
Yeah,
like
he's-
you've done 3 times before.
He says, I have waited here for my love thousands of years. The eye looks to Irina. But I can find a body. If you wish, Miles. She will not be the same. It is too soon.
Will you let me say goodbye to her first?
She is in a coma. I will
No,
keep her out for a while.
I just want to say goodbye. I need to give her something back.
Of course. And he motions to her, and you hear starts breathing.
I kind of just walk up to her. I imagine I jump on the steps to bring myself to her level. I said, they want to take you out of your body, Diligence. They want to change who you are.
Miles, where am I?
We're in Strahd's lair.
She looks around her, terrified, that looks at Strahd. She tries to conjure up some magic in her hand, doesn't happen.
Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Think of the night in the cave where we were both so scared.
I remember.
I told you something. I told you I would never let anyone hurt you.
I remember.
I begin to wrap my cloak around her shoulders. I want you to forgive me.
Forgive you? What for?
I know this probably wouldn't have been your choice. I put my hand on her cheek and I whisper a word. And I trigger the magic within the cloak, as it's a wondrous item. And she teleports 500 feet outside the castle.
Okay then.
And as she's... Yeah, I've got... it's the cape of the mountebank.
I remember.
Nice.
And then as she's fading out of view, I pull the scythe off my back
Nice.
and spin it. End this now, Strahd.
He
This madness ends now.
he stands up. You are a fool, child of sorrow.
I've had enough of this madness. You don't control me. We control our own fate.
I think you find you are much mistaken, boy. And he just thrusts out his hands towards you, and your scythe is suddenly turning towards Enrin. And let's roll some initiative.
All right. Let me just switch on some action music while we're doing this.
Make some music. Get some initiative going. I'll bring up a notepad.
All right.
Some stuff going. So we've got the Doctor. We've got Miles.
And I've wasted a crit on initiative.
All right, sweet.
Wasted a crit on initiative. We've got Enrin.
19.
19, you say? Very nice. And we have Strahd. What's up, SCL? Strahd, nice. And I'll roll for him. We bring up the stats to Strahd. Alright then. Yeah. Not bad, not bad. He gets 11. Miles is going on a nat 20. Hello. And Askaran, the Doctor, is going on 11. So, turn in order for this combat is Miles going first, followed by Enrin Colt, followed by Strahd, followed by, coming up last but not least, the Doctor. Because we have no idea where Diligence is at this point. It's teleported 500 feet out, but should it be 500 feet up in the air at this point? Who knows? You guys are pretty high up at this point. Certainly more than 500 feet up in the air. So, as this begins, we should do some hooks and plugs as soon as we get into the final combat here at the very end. If you guys are new, do hit that follow button and join us, of course. We're getting close to 25 retweets, just 2 retweets away. So if you haven't tweeted out, go ahead and do that for a viewer decision where you guys in chat get to decide what happens next. I'll probably focus it a little bit, seeing it's the very last one. We won't just let anything happen. And of course, if you want to donate to give these players nat 1s, nat 20s, wild magic sodas, wild magic items, and to just change anything that happens, then you can do so. So let's get into today's final combat here. Let's see then. So Miles is going first, nat 20. Miles, your scythe is coming round. Every time that you wish to make an attack against Strahd, can you make me a wisdom saving throw, or anyone that isn't one of your friends are going to make a wisdom saving throw, because if he does control you, you are death incarnate at this point.
Okay, this is slightly concerning as I'm not very wise. I should be rolling. Did that roll? I'll do it again just in case it didn't.
I did come from mine. There you go, 4. Nice. So you're going to swing into Enrin at this point, looks like.
Sorry, buddy. What do I need? He controlled me and I can't not attack you. So, Will, my scythe.
Yes, your scythe. I had stats right here. I'm going to find it for you, but I think it's plus 10 to hit.
Oh, sugar.
It's just only a plus 9. Plus 9 to hit. Only a 9, not a 10. Don't worry, guys. You'll be fine.
And that's going to be plus my proficiency as well, is it? Or is that included?
That's as all inclusive. It's an all-inclusive package from...
that's only a 15.
A 15 versus Enrin Colt's AC.
15?
Yeah.
15.
15 is gonna do it. Yeah.
Din's dead on. Alright, so 1d10 plus 5 damage is the scythe here. And it's gonna hurt a lot.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be
Remember, I took a huge nerf.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So maybe I'm trying to pull it away and it kind of scratches all across his skin, but it's maybe not as full on as it could have been as I'm trying to resist, but it hits him pretty hard.
Just a tip, of course. So there you go. Anything else to turn, Miles? Do you want to move? Do you want to do anything?
Oh yeah, I'll try and, now I've seen he's still trying to control me, I'll try and pull myself straight forward from the towards over the altar or whatever it was in the middle towards Strahd and away from my party.
Nice. What's up, Mr. On-E? How's it going, dude? Bonjour. Perfect. Okay, Lennox. Miles takes it to Enrin Colson. You've just been slashed with a scythe by Miles here.
I'm going to Misty Step. Are these 5-foot squares, or are we?
So basically, yeah, I can.
Every 4 is a square.
Yeah, every 4. I can change that now. Actually, okay, 2 inches. There you go. You're a little off now, but
at the end of my turn, I'm probably saying, "Just stay away from me." I don't know what's happening. Just stay away from me.
I think I can Misty Step pretty far, actually.
Yeah. Do it.
What? Why aren't you here? Misty Step. Anyway, I'll Misty Step right behind Strahd. And I gonna Hunter's Mark him. And that's my turn. I can't do anything else.
Perfect. That takes it to Strahd's turn. So these chaps, please send them back in the squares. Oops. Are going to do some fun things. He's going to swivel over towards you. Enrin coats. And let's see what he can do here. He's got a bunch of fun things that Strahd can do, which is really, just a fun thing. So let me roll 2d4 here. 5. Okay, not bad. Yeah, nice and biting range. We're playing Curse of Strahd right now, D&D 5th edition. So let me bring this up here real quick. And fun things are about to happen. So you see. Ooh, that's interestingly spaced, isn't it? I wonder if there's a better bat somewhere. This will do. No, that's all. Well, we'll use this one for now. These lovely creatures are going to come in here and start having fun, start biting at you. They are swarms of bats, which are starting to have a bit of have a good time sucking at blood over here, which he summons. He just kind of like throws his arms up, and suddenly there is 5 swarms of bats coming to attack you guys. And then he's going to bite into Enrin Colt for a 21 is his bites versus you, Enrin.
21?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So I need to take 6, 5 up there, and then what is it? Plus 4, so 8 on top of that one.
So 13?
Yep, so 13. And your hit point maximum is reduced by 5. Just so you kind of bite into you here. And that is his turn as he bites into you, and gives you some attack right there. These guys are gonna start shooting away at Miles, and this one. Lovely lady here, Irina, she draws a sacrificial dagger and makes her way over to Diligence. And you start to hear this wonderful...
Diligence is gone.
Diligence is gone, she is.
Yeah.
Fuck, where do we take her on? We should have done that before. She's going to go over here, and on these bones, which you see underneath her, she starts speaking in some weird undead ritual eldritch language. So these guys are going to take shots at Miles. Shots fired. So Miles, a 17 and a 13 versus your armor class.
No, easily dodge. I Neo out the way of them.
Nice. As they fire these out, as they do so, these bats are going to make. These ones are going to swoop in down. It's going to be these
swoopy.
A little swoopy. Swoopy. That's their official name.
I'm Spoopy. I'm Swoopy.
I'm swoopy and swoopy. So these two are going to make attacks against Enrin. Enrin, please doff take a 8 and a 20 versus your armor class.
I'll take that 20.
Take that 20. Good man. So you do take a total of 8 damage here, as these bats just kind of flutter and they start biting at you everywhere, covering you in little bite marks.
The spectral color of Enrin dissipates and disappears, but his body falls in a limp state on the floor.
Interesting. So you've gone down?
Yeah.
Alright. Just put your little marker on you so we don't forget that you're down listening.
But his energy is just like in the room as haze, but
Gotcha.
he's like all like the colorless, whatever, limp body is now.
Dr. Caesar, it is your turn.
Alright, I'm going to turn to
Unmute yourself and get ready to play D&D.
that's what I'm gonna do.
man. Dude.
Too busy doing other things. No, I'm gonna turn to Miles, who is, I guess he's still struggling a little bit with the scythe.
I'm being... It's telling me to hurt people.
Yeah, this was it. Like, I see you kind of struggling. Oh shit, let me I'll do that in a second. Well, he's going to turn to you and he says, "None of us have the strength to defeat Strahd. Only you have the weapon that can pierce him." And then I am going to look at my sheet.
Yeah.
Because I gotta figure out what I want to do.
Hold on, what can I do here?
Hang on.
What can I do? What can I do?
Hey, Moldark. Well, Moldark is the bringer of doom and death and destruction, and he's also.
I love Moldar.
If you guys watched season 2, we've ended season 2 of the Brick Kingdom campaign with Moldark on one side and the players on the back of a Tarask going to war with Moldark the Raven King. So, tying it into this one.
If you like short Gods of Undeath,
Yep.
that's also another series. You also like Gods of Undeath, so is our Numenera game.
Yeah, it's true. Allowed to
I
go.
am playing all the Gods of Undeath.
I'm
All the
gonna
characters right now are undead.
I'm gonna go ahead and I am going to I'm gonna strike him with my witch bolt, which is not gonna do a whole lot, but basically I'm gonna tell Miles, I'm gonna say, I will do what I can to enable you to strike him down. And I'm going to start with my witch bolt and then I'm gonna run towards him.
Sure. Okay.
So the witch
how-
bolt is going to be +8, 1d20.
Okay. We got just one retweet away, by the way, guys.
Awesome.
Yep.
As a 27 against Strahd.
27. What type of damage is that?
He is going to be taking 3d12 lightning damage.
Lightning bolts. Perfect.
Yeah.
We do maths here. 27. Okay.
What math could you need to do on a 27?
HP
math?
minus HP.
No, that's to hit.
Oh, 27 is a hit. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Sorry. I thought we did.
No, it's 27 damage, I think.
Right, roll
No,
it.
it does the 27 damage.
It was 72 damage.
72. Actually.
I rolled horribly.
14. That's easy math to do. That perfect. Okay. Anything else, Doctor? Are you done?
Yeah, I am going to make my way towards him, but I'm gonna try and get around like the coffins on the this way so I don't get struck by the bats.
Nice.
So I'm just gonna
Okay, then.
pop over there, and I will do some cropping for you.
Sure thing. So that's the Doctor's turn. Top around Miles. What are you doing here? What's the plan?
I'm gonna just charge forward towards him and just give this a go. So you want a wisdom saving throw?
I do.
Oh, that's an 8.
Nope, not enough. Staying where you are, Mr. Man.
So yeah, I just start hurling abuse at him in anger and spite.
Alright then, Enrin, your turn.
Okie dokie. I'm gonna make a death save.
Sounds good, and thanks so much to Adrenalitis for following. Welcome to the adventure, my friends. You're a gentleman and a scholar. If you guys haven't followed it, do so and join us here today in this epic climactic finale.
I think adrenalitis is what we've all got going on right now.
Pretty much. I'm feeling it.
One success from moi.
Alright, death save is a success from the Enrin there. Strahd's turn. He's having a great day today. And he's gonna shimmy on round here as this happens. There been a TPK. Have we actually ever killed all the party in the game?
No, we have not. We've had plenty of kills, plenty of deaths. I mean, I guess it was last summer. It was like the summer of death. But we had a lot of people die last summer. But no, we've never had a TPK. I don't think. No, we never had to reset with new characters. No, we haven't. Not yet. We'll see if it happens.
There we go.
Give it 5 minutes.
There's 25 retweets, folks.
Oh, we
so,
hit it. Awesome.
Thank you so much, guys. Underneath this line here in chat, let us know what you want to have happen next. Instead of just making it anything whatsoever, seeing as it's finale, we don't want to fuck everything up. What we're going to say is, what happens to diligence is what the straw poll is about. What happens to diligence? The girl has just been teleported out by Miles, but we don't know where she is. Is she alive? Is she dead? Is she in some other form? And let us know. Throw out your ideas into chat. The most popular one will happen. So throw out as many as you can and make them as crazy as possible. So what happens to diligence is the beauty.
My face when you take my resurrection off the table. Thank you.
Yeah, sorry, dude. My bad. So that is Strahd's turn. He is swiveled, he's shimmied, he's got a bunch of different things he's going to do. And in fact, you see him just kind of like, you see the wound where the doctor like left like a black scorch on his flesh with the witch bolt. You see that just reform over entirely, basically. And yep, Strahd does have regeneration powers. So he no longer has taken any damage. Huzzah! And he's going to start moving his way over to Miles on his turn. He's going to get into contact with Miles and just kind of start stalking towards you. You are my son. As this happens, I will do what I will. And he starts kind of like striding towards you as this happens. He like calls off the bats from attacking Miles. This one is mine. And he's just going to send them on to the doctor. Don't give a fuck. And these ones are going to continue to eat Enrin because you know what? These guys aren't fools. This is a boss fight. They're not just going to let him roll in that 20 and get back up again. They're going to eat him until he is dead. They're going to kill the hell out of him. So let's get some rolling going here. Trying to stall to give you guys some ideas to get time in. Also, this girl here, Irina, continues to chant. It's been 2 rounds of chanting at this point. So 3 attacks against the doctor for 19, 16, and 12.
1 hit.
1 hit. Perfect. So, not /troll, that would be bad. You take 5 damage while these butt suckers a fang into you. These 2 also going to take shots. There's a crowd of bats in the way, so they're going to take the damage as well. But they do not care at this point. So 2 shots again on the doctor for a 12 and a nat 20. So
Neither of them hit.
Definitely a hit. So you're going to take 15 damage. This bolt just goes straight into your side, Boromir style, and you can as this happens. Thanks to Strawball, guys. Go ahead and vote. So we'll see what happens to Diligence. 2 moments.
Diligence comes back and kisses Enron on the cheek. He stands at full health. Oh, great. Double the health they had before. That's cool. Oh.
These 2 bats are going to deal a total of 2d6 plus 6 against you because they're both attacking. So Enron, you take 20 damage as they feast on your corpse. Of course, if that reaches your hit point maximum, you are dead. So that is Strahd's turn. Doctor
Anyway, if you take any damage,
you're down. No, it's until you hit half your total hit points, then you are technically dead.
I thought it was okay. Yeah, no.
So that is the Dr. Caesar's turn. Dr. Caesar, what are you doing?
I will. Oh man, is Miles still fighting with the scythe, or is he?
He is still fighting with the scythe. Yeah.
Oh, man. Okay. How do I want to try this? Can I? And I'm asking you this, Will. While I'm doing this, can I use my? Because I have out my demonic, or my great old one patron is right outside the castle, and we were sent here on her orders. Can I reach sort of out to that little piece of her that I carry with me, and just say, you know what to do, and then Misty step towards Strahd and like grab him from behind.
So what we did?
Okay, so I wanna basically I'm gonna Misty step behind Strahd and I'm gonna try and grab him from behind, but at the same time I wanna reach out to Famine, my patron, who is outside the walls and who sent us here, and I'm assuming she's watching through my eyes because I carry pieces of her with me. I'm hoping that she is capable of using the tentacles within me to help, but I don't know. I don't even know if she's listening. I'm just gonna teleport behind Strahd and grab him from behind, and hope that she gives a little bit of a push.
All right then. So go ahead. You Misty step behind him.
Yeah, right behind him.
See what happens the next turn here with the tentacles.
Yeah, no, I just grab him and I say, Miles, swing. You must strike him down.
Nice. That takes it to top of the turn. Miles, Edgar, your turn.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
It's the only thing I can do.
Yeah. Let's see that wisdom save then. Let's see it.
15.
15. Dead on. There you go.
Okay.
You can attack.
So I focus goes over my face. What's left of Miles drains away, and I kind of grit my teeth and swing towards him.
Nice.
A 20 versus AC.
Well, you got a donation from Highland Lass.
Hey, thanks so much to Highland Lash today's £3 as a parting gift as I'm about to give up watching due to buffering issues. Damn Scotland. Inspiration for each PC. Please try not to make me cry again, although we'll try and catch up on YouTube. Thanks so much, Francis. We appreciate that. So there you go. Inspiration to each player, character. Go, Francis.
Shout out to Francis as well. You've been super supportive and always really had good things to say. And thank you.
The entire series has been awesome. Enjoy. We'll see you on YouTube later on.
Hi, Francis.
Okay. Hi, Francis. All right then. So that is.
Yeah,
And we got another one from the frog.
Thanks so much to Frog. He says, a D10,000, what could go wrong for Enrin? It's very true, the Frog.
What could go wrong?
Well, I could tell you a few things if you want, Frog. There are 10,000 options
It's already happened.
on this D10K table, guys. So maybe give the Frog this gold here as well. And roll me that D10K. Let me know what you get here.
Strahd takes a smooth 14 damage if you want to do that.
Perfect.
Any G damage. 6906.
69.
Yep.
06. Okay, oh, right, let me bring up this table. So 6906. Yeah, not the birthday table. That would have been nice for you. This is the Wild Magic search table. Less good for you. 6906 reads targets. 69 targets blood smells like skunk must.
So, would that not
I
drive
mean,
you-
that
body's dead. My
So, yeah,
body's dead now, so it's probably like rotting already. So when my energy leaves it, it's just back to its already.
As they are feasting on your body, they like get out these chunks of blood, and it like stings awfully. And these bats just, they begin to like flutter away from the blood. They
They
don't like that.
realize they bit into a rotten apple.
Yeah, like oh no, they're backing up here for a bit. So in fact, you need to go on to this one here instead. That's more fun. Okay, that was Miles for 14. Miles, could you roll me a quick D20, please? Norris. And let's see what you get here. A 7. Okay, on a 7. Nice. So basically, you bring this scythe down, and you can describe to me how you chop off Strahd's left hand.
Yeah, so I imagine it's kind of poking out where he's tussling with the doctor. He's maybe his arms kind of reaching out to grab him by the throat or something. It cleanly lops off, like just a completely even cut. It's like a butcher.
Nice.
And it falls to the floor.
Very nice. Just slices off those sizzling fries. As he like stares in like astonishment at his hand, which is now on the floor. Enrin, your turn.
He's dead.
Enrin, you can still make me a death saving throw.
No, he's dead. He's gone.
If you-
really gone?
Yeah,
Perfect.
Yeah, if you take an attack, you automatically fail one.
Yep. So you've got how many? Have you reached?
I've taken 20 damage. I have 30 max. I'm
There you
dead.
go. Then you're dead.
Yeah.
It's Strahd's turn. The man with a plan. He's going to attack into our friend Miles here for nice a cheeky little 16.
Does he get
and-
disadvantage for being grappled?
Doesn't matter.
Are you grappled? Is he grappled?
I'm holding on to him. I don't know. You tell me.
Not at this point. You can make him roll to grapple him next time. So you
Oh,
can,
okay,
like,
that's what I thought it was
roll-
doing on my turn, but okay. Never
Oh, in
mind.
that case, roll me a quick athletics check.
Me?
Yep.
Alright, let me find my athletics. That's probably shit.
Sure.
Athletics. Oh, it is shit. What do you know? I'm a warlock.
What do you know?
Can I use my inspiration on this?
Sure.
Alright. I don't need to. Nat 20.
20. Nice. So you've gotten well and truly grappled, so he'll be at disadvantage. But I don't think he hits on a 17.
No, he doesn't hit
Alright,
us.
so it's gonna. Can you make me a wisdom saving throw real quick, please, Miles? If you'd be so kind.
13?
13 is not enough. You are charmed. He looks into your eyes, and you're kind of just like, oh, his eyes. Such beautiful eyes.
Strahd's
and-
hazel eyes.
Yes.
He's turning you.
The target isn't under Strahd's control, but it takes Strahd's requests and actions in the most favorable way and lets Strahd bite it. Each time Strahd or his companions do anything harmful to the target, it can repeat the saving throw, ending the effect on itself on a success. Otherwise, the effect lasts for 24 hours or until Strahd is destroyed, is on a different plane of existence from the target, or takes a bonus action to end the effect. Wow. So there you go. You are charmed until you can.
Are you actually running Strahd's stat block from the book?
Yeah, straight up.
Am I aware that I am charmed or?
Yeah, you're aware that well, I mean, you're aware that you want to follow all of his actions.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was Strahd's turn. He's gonna make some bat attacks. Yeah, obviously the Strahd stats aren't not verbatim. His effects are still there because other's he would not be cool.
Okay, I was just saying, are you actually using the level 20 stat block?
Obviously his abilities is gonna be insane. I'm not gonna go easy on you little fuckboys here. 18 against the Doctor.
That'll hit.
Guess he has a hit, a 15 and a 15.
The 15s don't, so just the 18.
Alright, these bats are gonna come in, get you for 10 damage. Into your body.
Oh no.
Oh no! Oh no! So that is Strahd's turn. It's the Doctor's turn. Roll me a quick religion check if you'd be so kind, Dr. Caesar.
Of course I have religion. Why wouldn't I have religion?
Exactly.
I didn't use it last turn, so I guess I use my inspiration here, because my religion is exactly the same bonus as my athletics was.
Nice.
15. I'll fucking take the 14.
Alright, so on a 14, you call upon the tentacles of pestilence from within you, right? What do you say to her?
I say, as I kind of feel the writhing in my brain, which is a thing that I know a lot about because I've just been watching a lot of Bloodborne recently, I say, as I grip around him, I say, your servant has need of you as we strike down your foe. Grant me whatever strength that you see within all of us to end this.
Nice. And as you say that, you feel these writhing black tentacles from within you just burst out from your body. But as they do so, it's not a pleasant experience by any means for the Doctor. It's incredible agony bursts through. It's something is ripping from.
Oh, I will let out a scream, muffled by my mask.
As this happens, and these tentacles just wrap up Strahd and just keep him completely restrained. As this happens, they begin to kind of writhe around him and tighten and knot all around him, granting advantage very much so for the Miles. And he is so caught up in these writhing tentacles that you're not going to have to create that wisdom saving throw to attack Strahd when it comes to your turn, Miles. And it is indeed your turn, Miles. So you can straight up make an attack against Baron Strahd Von Zarovich here.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for it.
Go for it.
Which I can re-roll because I'm a halfling.
Good. That would be bad.
25.
25 is much healthier. I'm gonna say you did not want to roll on that one. So on a 25, you bring your scythe down. Roll down that damage for me. If you would be so kind, and then roll
12 points of Miles Fury.
12 points of Miles Fury. Nice. And then roll me a D20. If you'd be so kind, sir. If you'd be so kind.
That is a 12.
A 12. Oh, interesting. So let's take that. Maths is happening in my brain. That's good. So you can describe to me as you already caught up his hand. He's just staring at it. He's restrained by these gibbering black tentacles, kind of surrounding his body. Where do you bring down the scythe on Strahd?
Now I imagine I swing it down like an axe, and it cleaves into his collarbone.
Nice.
And it buries itself in, yeah.
Nice.
Strahdbone.
And at this point, we'll have the viewer decision coming in at the same point. 41% of the votes. Diligence gains control over the demon inside her and returns to restrain Strahd. And so, as this happens, I've always charmed. He was charmed. He was charmed, and then black tentacles went straight over his entire body, breaking that charm straight away there. Because, believe it or not, it's hard to keep eye contact when there's black tentacles driving over your nipples. Trust me, I've been there. So, as that happens, we see bursting forth from one of the the stained glass windows in here, with a shattering of glass and a scream. Diligence is just flies through the window, and she has these kind of black wings upon her. And she is very, very angry. She's like full tiefling right now. She's gone like completely fiend, essentially. And she comes in and she just points her finger towards Strahd, and this like black bolt of energy flies towards him. And he's gonna, in fact, she's gonna make an attack roll, which is a 19, which is better than his AC. And so he's going to take a little clocker down. He takes 12 as she just kind of scorches him with this first ray here. So that is Miles Diligence. So Enrin Colt, who's down. Shouldn't be right into turn order here. Perfect. So yeah, Strahd is restrained by the tentacles at this point by Dr. Caesar. The tentacles have come out of him, been granted to him by Pestilence, his goddess. And so Enrin Colt is dead, but Enrin's soul is not, because of this cycle, which is eternal here in Barovia.
Get wrecked.
And you are straight by the the center of all of this whirling chaos. You have no control over any body or anything really, but you do have control over like your essence essentially. And you are kind of semi-corporeal at this point, being this weird mist basically. So what is this weird mist doing? So your brother Boris is in the corner and he is terrified and crying at this point.
I'm actually, could I go possess Boris?
Sure.
Oh, Boris.
Sure.
I mean, I see him crying, so I try to in my mind, to try to embrace him, and then I realize that in this form, I can't really embrace him. I could only be him and further bravery by being him. So I'm going to use his body as my vehicle. Nice.
No, there's no role involved for that. So you kind of you go to calm him. You sense his spirit, and he's very afraid. It's very, very afraid, and you kind of get this calming, soothing thing. You kind of enter into that kind of mind space where his spirit is, and you realize too late that your spirit is very hungry, and it needs a place to rest, and it's almost like an invasive. It's almost like an invasive pathogen or something like that. It's it attacks the other spirits, the spirit of Boris essentially, and it basically makes it shove over in spirit space. Obviously this is some metaphysics going on here, but yeah, you basically kind of shove it over and you enter into the body of your brother Boris, who is in the corner here. You have control over his body. Enrin's soul, the old soul of Enrin, is within this young child Boris. So what are you doing here?
I'm gonna pick new ranger spells and shit, because I feel like new body is just gonna be new memories and stuff. So what I'm doing here is first thing I'm gonna do is never mind. I was gonna do something cool, but it's not working. So I'm going to oh boy. So where is roll 20 first of all? Do we have a Boris token?
I can find one. Yeah, I found a quick child token here. Alright.
I need to
Nice to move. You can use Enrin's one for now until I find one.
Well, I was gonna go over to Enrin's body and pick up the Sunblade.
Can't find one that isn't a girl.
Okay, I'm gonna go over, and I want to. Actually, can I use? I have a mage hand. I don't think I do. Actually, I'm gonna use sword burst.
Okay.
Actually, I'm gonna run over there and then use sword burst. So I throw some eye daggers at these things. They must make a dexterity save. These bats.
Okay. This can be controlled by Enrin Cole. Okay. So this can be Boris's body for now.
Okay.
What's up, Dr. Pepper? So yeah, got revived. So we'll kill you for time. What happened to? Oh, there it is. Yeah. Perfect. So you want to do what? Sorry.
So I run over there and I the boy was terrified and then he just kind of ooh crying and then like a little baby and then he snaps into this he wipes away the tears and then he starts to sprint towards the altar and he kind of like a parkour or a free runner. He leaps over, hurdles over the altar and then tumbles and picks up the Sunblade near where Enrin's rotting, stinking body is, and then casts Sword Burst. So these bats need to make a dexterity save of 12.
Dexterity save.
Yep.
It's looking like 13.
Okay, great, wonderful. I don't think. Okay, yeah, these just somebody picks it up rays of sun energy when I pick up the blade just burst forth and they seem to dodge the rays. But yeah, that's where the boy is right now. He's kind of in an on guard stance like Enrin used to do, but as Boris.
Alright then, Boris risen, I suppose. That was Enrin. Strahd, our favourite man here, is going to attempt to break free of these tentacles. And in fact, he has legendary resistance, so he's just going to choose to succeed on his saving throw. He's going to break out of these tentacles here as he just bursts free from them. But the tentacles are still going to try and writhe around him again on his next turn. But he's going to be free to make an attack against Miles, 17 again, and a 21.
Both miss.
Alright then, so he's gonna just turn to Irina here, who's back on the altar, still been preaching for about 3 turns now, which is of course the perfect amount of turns, other than 17. And she's just kind of babbling up on these, and you see these bones start to form into some creature. That takes it to Doctor's turn. It's broken free.
Okay, so I don't do I have control over the tentacles or?
Yeah, you can do, yeah, sure.
Okay, I will continue, well, I guess I'm just gonna make an attempt to re-grapple him with them. And I totally forgot that I have the mask which swaps my my intelligence and my charisma for strength. So I should have +4 on the athletics to grapple, but that's besides the point. I'm gonna try and grapple him again, and as I've completely forgotten to do it, I'm gonna use my bonus action to apply the Witch Bolt's damage.
Sure.
So I guess the best I can do is the 1d20 plus. That's a 24 to re-grapple him.
Nice.
And then you decide how that works out.
That's good. You got him grappled again, 11 tentacles.
Okay. And then just 8 damage from the lightning that's still crackling around him.
8 damage. Okay. Okay. Cool. That's the Doctor's turn. Miles, top of the turn. It's yours. He is restrained again, and make a save to attack him.
And he's not concentrating on me at the moment, no.
A bit. So in a way he is. He is.
So am I charmed or not?
You're free to charm. You'd have to cast charm on you again to do it.
Okay, fair enough. So 20.
Nat 20.
Natural 20 on my side.
Dude, he owns the shit out of that scythe.
20. Fuck yeah.
So
Okay.
I imagine I put my foot on his chest and just wrench it, the side which is stuck in his collarbone, and wrench it out.
Nice. Yeah, you like wrench it out, and then you can bring it back round for a swing. And tell you what, on a nat 20, you can tell me how you defeat Baron Strahd Von Zarovich here.
So I imagine when I wrench this kind of side out of him, it peels back half of his rib cage, and I reach in with my death hand. I grab his heart, his blackened heart, and pull it from his body.
Dragon Hunt style.
Yeah. And he says, "You are my son." As you feel like the kind of heart in your hands is like pulsing, it's still beating somehow. And he's just like looking at you and falling back. And he says, "You have brought ruin." And he just like falls back.
And as he's saying this, the tentacles are like engulfing his body.
Yeah. And as he like goes back and hits the floor, he just kind of like ash. It's just kind of everywhere on the floor. The skeletons also just turn to this kind of bone dust of ash. And Irina is just like she screams out in agony as this happens. And the bats just begin to they see this happen, and they just kind of go. You know, when bats just like disperse suddenly, they just kind of fly every which way, but here basically they want to be far away from this place. As he turns to ash, and the tentacles engulf him fully. And there's just this wail from Irina as this vampire spawn lady is just wrenching out tears and screams as her loved one has been destroyed. And she says, "What have you done?" As like the vampire tears are coming down.
Like crocodile tears. But vampire tears.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I turn to her and I am the child of sorrow. I'm going to end this all. I kind of pull up my death's hood.
Nice.
Black smoke coughs from the...
Is she a vampire at this point?
She's clearly a vampire, yeah. Or vampire spawn, or some vampiric being.
Get on your knees.
She just falls to the floor basically. She like falls to her knees, like completely defeated. Diligence is here, by the way. She's just watching this happen, like brimstone in her eyes.
I'm completely blinkered at the moment, so I walk straight over and I lop off her head.
Diligence?
No, the Irina.
Yeah, you said diligence. Her head just kind of like crumples to the floor, and like, you know, blood is just spilt everywhere. This is arterial, just everywhere onto the blood altar here. And Dylan just watched you do that, and she looks kind of like in shock at you as you just summarily execute this person. Kind of fire fades from her eyes. What's Boris doing, by the way? Boris Enrin.
Boris Cult. I guess Boris, the energy that was fueling Boris kind of dissipates. And when he grabbed the sunblade, it actually was like it exploded, but in that ray, but also gave Boris that spell, that blade spell. And he looks down and he's like really in shock, like, how did I get here? Why am I over here now? And then he kind of puts together, like, he remembers moving, he remembers running, and then he remembers the death and looks down at his brother, the dead older brother, his body, and he sees the unused bow on his back, and he pulls that off his back, and takes the quiver as well, and walks back over to the party.
Nice.
What happened? What was that? That's my brother. Is he okay?
Who are you?
I'm Boris. Enrin's.
You're not the same Boris that I've seen. You're an imposter of Strahd as well. And I rear back my scythe.
No, please, no!
Tell me something to prove who you are.
I brought Enrin to town so he could get the proper burial he had. It was me who had to drag his body through the ice and the snow. I told him not to eat those berries, but he did.
I lower my scythe.
Thank you.
Doctor, check him over.
The doctor is just sort of like, what? So what? Is his body like mostly destroyed at this point?
Pretty much, like, he is basically just tentacles. And yeah, he's got like the mask is still there, kind of, but it's.
Can I say this instead? The like, as you see, basically the doctor has his body, and it looks like pretty much his entire torso has been sort of burst open. And if you ever saw the remake of The Thing, like where the dude kind of opens up and there's all like the things, kind of wavy tentacles and teeth and stuff, that kind of came out of his chest. And at this point, the tentacles have sort of like will sort of kind of, with a great kind of like wet sucking sound, like they'll actually, like, this whole kind of tentacle organism that's not really, doesn't have any form or anything, it's just a ball of writhing black slimy tentacles will actually slide out of his body, and the rest of him will just sort of fall backwards onto the ground.
Nice.
As he has fully embraced his patron and become a young, like a nascent great old one in this.
Nice. You see this bizarre being kind of forming up around here in this chamber, and Diligence turns to Miles and she says, "Miles, are you in there?"
Miles died with Strahd.
Is it done now? Do you think?
No. We need to go to famine. We need to end famine.
Will this ever end, Miles? This need to kill that you have now?
It's not a need, I need to set things right.
A lot of good men have said that when they did terrible things.
This is my choice, this is my burden.
I heard what he said about unleashing all those souls into a Tonica. New servants for the Raven King. Is it really worth it?
How do we choose one set of souls over another? These people, they've dealt with this sadness, they've been trapped for so long. Why do we get to choose?
You always say that we have a choice, Miles. You always tell me that I have a choice. That's why I'm here now. I chose to follow you. I chose to love you.
He drops his scythe, but it appears back on his back. I don't know what I'm doing. How Delicious.
How did it come to this? Enrin! And she kind of looks over. I don't believe it. How did it come to this?
Pure decisions?
Terrible. She says, shit, you're right. If I retweets, goddamn. She says, I don't know what the right thing to do is, Miles. I don't know. If Enron were here, he'd know. Always knew.
Henry's gone.
Boris?
I can't see his soul anymore.
Yes.
As he wipes like the snot from his face.
Yes.
You're safe now, Boris. Don't worry. It's gonna be okay. And switching back to Terra for a moment, she pokes her head in through the door. It's all over.
I just imagine her saying, "You're right in there.
Everyone right in there.
Come on, Chips.
Just checking on you guys.
All right in here.
Are you having fun at your sleepover?"
Get this out.
Are you playing nicely?
Do you want some spaghetti?
She opens up the door and says, "Is it all over now? Hi guys." Little tiefling walks back in, the young girl.
I think it's only just begun.
Oh, so you killed Dad?
He's not my father. Do not say that. I look up at her angrily again.
This is good though. We'll bring war to Atonica. I can go there. Fulfill my destiny. The little girl who is war incarnate just like grins at you. Great. So you have to kill Pestilence now? I can help. And then once we crush her, and then you see her like eyes kind of go over into fire and brimstone. Once we crush her, I can ride my chariot into Atonica and bring death and destruction there too. And she like focuses out. Let's go.
Okay, so Miles kind of waves his hand. Time stops around him.
Oh, nice. Yeah. So Death himself has the ability to stop time. So you guys didn't know, it's confirmed in the last episode. And so you just like cast time stop.
Tentacles like mid-writhe.
Okay, so a question for you, Dev. How much of this plane do you want to stop in time?
Question for me.
Yeah, you are Deaf. How much?
Are you gonna cast it in like a careful way?
Is it?
No, I just go, and I imagine the world stops.
The world stops. Okay.
And everybody flies off.
Just
because-
casually, just the world. It's all right.
Sorry, let me quickly start a
No, what have I done?
timer here. Okay, go ahead. Time stops.
And you start time.
Let's
And I-
run it how long time stops for in the world.
Okay, I kind of pace back and forth, rubbing my temples, kind of switching between Death and Miles, and thinking about what Strahd said. And Strahd and Miles kind of rolls his eyes a little bit, and he realizes what he needs to do. He walks over and he scoops up the still beating heart of Strahd.
What are you doing, Miles?
He puts it into his mouth and he sucks from it, attempting to take the power of Strahd.
So as you suck on that Strahd heart, you
Huff it like a rag full of spray paint.
as you
Just wring it out.
pop the cold back down now that I'm not playing Strahd. You can build back up in a minute. You suck in this blood of Strahd Von Zarovich, ruler of this plane, and as you feel the blood coursing down your body, you actually get carried away as the blood. It tastes really good. It's like flows energy through your body, through your muscles, and you just see Miles devour the heart, bite by terrible bites.
Time is still paused.
Yep.
Yeah, I think Will is I think assuming that every one of us is still moving around,
Once you're in this time
But you
zone,
can-
I'm assuming you guys are free to move, seeing as
unless he says he wants us to.
No,
do so.
I've stopped everyone.
Everyone.
I've stopped everyone.
I mean, they can still see, so
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Our game.
those that are looking at you can see Miles just kind of chunk by chunk bite down, swallow this heart, and you kind of suck it dry as the last bite goes down. And Miles is standing there before you, and
when I bring back time, I'm going to be sitting myself down in the throne of Strahd as it fades back into real time.
You grow up to the size of a man. You are no longer short like a halfling. You go to the size of a man. You feel these fangs start to just kind of grow and bite out of you, and blood pierces down from your gums as they wrench their way through, and your gums have to reassemble to deal with the new bone structure of your mouth. As you have just signed a pact with a devil, essentially. And you could be wearing whatever badass gear that you want to at this point. And you also realize...
Collar of the dead.
You realize that the scythe on your back, you start to take it off, and you cannot be deaf anymore. You need new horsemen for your apocalypse. And horsemen stand before you.
I walk over to Boris. The cycle is about to begin again.
What do you mean?
You can choose to be a part of it, or I can give you a way out. Your brother helped me, and I'm giving you this chance. And I hold out the scythe to him.
What is this? What is this? What? Tell me to...
This is a choice you need to make. Otherwise, there'll be another child of sorrow, and the cycle will begin again.
Face when all characters are god of death. Alright, I reach out and I grab it. Okay.
And he like holds it, and it's like really heavy at first. You like kind of drop it and clang, and then he kind of has a bit of starts to seize a bit as all of his muscles starts to tense, and then his eyes open, and there's just like these black pits, and then like these tendrils from behind him start to wrap around him, making the cowl and the cloak that he wears. And as he like lifts it up, when like he just turns into this cloaked figure, and he probably grows to human height.
Nice. Miles, you're free to move on to the next.
I'm trying to think of... are there any other vacancies that I know of? Because I've got a war.
You got a war, yeah. You got a war. You don't have a Maggot Queen. You have a Pestilence.
So yeah, can I kind of snap my fingers together, and maybe the war outside kind of stops? I'm going to need a new Pestilence. And I walk up to the amorphous blob that is the Doctor now.
It's just like a Shoggoth, basically. It's just tentacles and bubbling, like black goo that kind of forms eyes, and then they, like, disappear.
Nice.
I think this is a perfect punishment for everything you've done. Become Pestilence. Become the cancer on this world that you always were.
You kind of like. Oh well, he. Okay, never mind. Go ahead.
No.
All right. The writhing kind of massive tentacles has no real way to like you're the only. He has no way to answer you, but you're the one who can assign him that title.
You've lost your mouth.
Yeah, basically. He just kind of like kind of stops moving, and then like I guess just sort of rises up as to whatever whatever height he can. And I guess you might like if you sort of had to reach out and maybe kind of touch the form, possibly to imbue it with whatever power. I'll say like the kind of the bubbling black tar that makes up the body will sort of shrink and until he sort of, like, you see sort of imagine if the doctor, like plague mask and all, had just walked out of like a pit of oil. So like his whole body is just black and cut like and slick like tar, with maybe little tentacles kind of writhing, and he just sort of stands there. And then he just kind of bows his head.
Leave this place. And I turn to Diligence. This is what you wanted. You've chased power your whole life, and I can offer you more power than you could ever know what to do with.
I don't think I want that, Miles.
This is what you told me you wanted. This is why you took on those demons in your head.
I did that to save people, not for my own power. I did that to free the people here.
I understand what Strahd did now. Without the cycle, the souls escape. The evil spreads to the whole world. I could not put that on the world. I cannot doom that many people.
It's not your burden to bear, Miles.
It's always been my burden. It's what I was born for. It's what my father made me for. I understand now. It's all so clear. Please join me. You hold out a hand to her.
Yeah.
Please join me, my queen.
She says, I don't know if I can be a part of this, Miles.
Do you not understand this? I did this for you. This is all for you.
I never wanted any of this.
Do you think I did? Sometimes we just have to deal with the cards we're given. Sometimes fate deals itself a hand.
She takes a step backwards. I don't know. She that there is there's where the window she broke in from rather, like the kind of shattered glass. She starts to head backwards, takes a step back towards that. Her wings are gone now, by the way. And she's just in kind of normal tiefling form, takes a step backwards and thanks Hafron for following. Welcome, my friendly adventure. You are a gentleman and a scholar. Thanks for joining us.
How can I let the world have you if I can't?
I don't think I can do this, Miles. I don't think this is right. She takes another step backwards.
I need you, Diligence. You're the only thing keeping me human.
You are human anymore, Miles. Takes another step backwards.
Diligence, don't do this to me.
You did this to yourself, Miles.
I need you, Diligence. And I'm getting increasingly angry.
Yeah. Are you stepping with her as well?
Yeah, I'm walking forward. Diligence, don't back away from me.
Takes another step backwards. Miles, I can't. This is wrong. You've become everything that you hated.
Diligence, you listen to me. You're not going anywhere.
I'm not staying with you here, Miles. I'm not staying.
I kind of lunge to grab her.
Nice. She takes a step backwards, loses her footing, out the window.
Do I see her fall? What? I run to the edge.
You run to the edge as you see her form, just kind of her body just falling down off the side, out the tower of Castle Ravenloft. Her robes flowing as she descends. There's a moment where she kind of catches your eye just before she descends into the abyss, and then you hear this sickening crunch as she smacks down into the stones below.
And right at the feet of a dark cowled man is where the body lands. And I look up at the window and I kind of shrug and I touch her body. I touch the top of her head. And I fade, and I appear behind you.
Miles screams like loud enough that like the entire Barovia stops in its tracks. Like it knocks the bells in the towers start ringing at the kind of enormity of the scream, and then he just starts going wild. Can I teleport? Have I gained that?
Yeah.
I start teleporting to towns and reaping the people that are alive and screaming and kind of hunting and just out of sheer anger and frustration.
Nice. As eventually you return, you're like, your savage toll taken.
Yeah, blood pouring down me, soaked in viscera, and
eventually you return back to this room where the party are, and you return back to your throne as well. You find yourself slumped again as your horsemen are before you, War is there, as well as Pestilence, the Doctor, and Death.
Do you remember that scene at the end of the Chronicles of Riddick where he kind of slumps into the throne?
Yeah.
He's just slumped there, and we're just sort of like standing next to him.
Yeah.
Just
Spoilers. He slumps into the. Oh, come on, man.
oh man,
Miles is just like in the throne, just exhausted, and we're just sort of standing there next to him, just.
Nice.
As
as that happens, you guys are kind of stood behind him. The door swings open, and Pestilence walks through. Edith Gorhart. Famine walks through Edith Gorhart. The woman in this ridiculously ornate bone kind of black dress, and she is similarly covered in blood. And behind her, you hear marching her army. Coming straight towards you guys, thousands of booted and skeletal feet having broken through after their lord was defeated. The animate, zombies and skeletons and his warriors basically kind of crumpled down as Strahd died, and the new one was reborn. So you're going to do some work, recruiting basically. But her armies begin to kind of trample into this large, vast hall with you. And she says, well, Miles. What? This is a surprise. It really is. I did not think this would happen. It's good to see you again, Lord. And she, mockingly bows.
Who is this?
this is your fault.
She says, how?
You knew.
I knew?
You knew that he was my father.
I knew, yes.
You're gonna pay for this.
We'll see. Looks like you've already paid a fair amount. Where's diligence?
You've taken everything from me. Everything I had. You've turned me into this.
She nods. Yes.
This was meant to happen, wasn't it?
In a way. I didn't quite perceive this exact situation occurring where you became the new lord of this land. I have an offer for you, though. The same offer which I struck with Strahd before. I will happily go back and feast upon everything that you send my way. All the mortals, all the food that you send my way. We reopen the asylum, White Dove Asylum. Send the children there. Sick. Send the blood to me. I will devour there for eternity, as long as I have food. We will sit happily. I never much cared for the whole freeing souls thing. It was more to get you on side. So I will happily sit and devour for as long as possible. If you so wish.
The cycle begins anew.
Indeed.
Atonica stands and you don't release the souls.
Well, for now, Atonica stands. I'm sure the Raven King will have something to say about that, don't you?
He can come and see me himself.
We'll we'll see exactly what happens there. Lord, last I heard, there was a party of, well, led by this Queen Melora, goddess. Although the old gods are all dead now, you understand. Heading towards him, so they might have something to say about that. We'll see. For now, I'm happy to let these souls rot here with me, as long as you send enough food my way. Is that all right by you?
Yes, just never grace my presence again, and never utter her name again. And then I turn to everyone. If I hear you say her name again, you die where you stand.
She says, understood. But there's something that might help you, my lord. She says, cycle, as you said, has begun again. It's only a matter of time until you'll seek her out and you'll find her. The soul is trapped here. Give it a few centuries. Don't stop hunting.
I can resist. I can resist it. I can resist it. He says with no kind of conviction in his voice.
You can quit any day.
How much is Boris affected by Enrin's memory? I feel like the consciousness of Enrin flickers within
Yeah, they're probably.
what Boris was.
Yeah.
But how much do you think?
Probably,
Like 60, 30,
probably 60,
40, yeah.
60, 30.
60, 30.
60, 30 about, the 10% is just. Yeah, probably about 60, 40, I'd say. But you're happy to play with that.
Okay. Boris is watching this all unfold, and he's watching the struggle of Miles, and some of his memory is flicking. He remembers some ancestral memory of, if something's to happen to me, the strings get too tight. You know what to do. And then he kind of hears like a whoom, 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 and he's like, and then Miles in the vision is like, okay, you understand. Whoom, whoom. Right. And then like that's the like the vision that Boris has, and then his like in his hand a like array of black smoke lances forth, and then the scythe appears in his right hand. Just
Nice.
staring, watching the conversation,
Nice.
watching the struggle of Boris or of Miles.
Yeah. So yeah, as I'm turning to everyone and saying, if I hear her name again, you die where you stand. And then I turn and look out the window, and that goes for everyone. Let it be heard.
Aaron Miles.
Yes.
I'm sorry, but my task calls.
I'm looking around trying to work where the voice is coming from. Who dares speak over me?
It is I, the Reaper.
And I turn to face you, kind of with my back to this shattered glass window. What do you wish to interrupt me? You ungrateful swine.
I do not wish to interrupt, only to pursue the task that was handed to me.
I gave you no task.
But you did you not?
As he takes down his cowl. You did hand this to me, didn't you? As he holds up the scythe.
You made it your task, your burden. Accept it and be quiet when you talk to dog.
I thought you'd say that.
I'm sorry. Your time is running short. Your last moments are your value and as precious as you do with it.
I go to swing at him just to punish him like the dog I think he is.
Okay. So yeah, in theory, you can just go ahead and do that. I mean, well, this realm.
If anybody else was to hit him, you would just probably like smoke would fly from where his face would be, but you actually do make contact.
I'm in control now.
As you hit him, like blood, instead of blood spraying forth from like the face, like a bunch of like roaches and locusts fly out from the cowl and like buzz around and dissipate into the room.
As the sort of there's a kind of a slick black puddle of oil, and the form of the oil slick doctor will sort of appear behind him. He says,
It is time to spin the wheel anew.
The cycle resets. I turn to Famine. I say, "Go back. You will have your souls. Leave this place."
Baron Edgar,
The name is Strahd now. Miles Strahd.
Strahd. Your strings are strangling you. The Miles I knew is drowning in shadow and hate.
You dare to question me, dog?
I do not question. I only bring death.
How do you not take my instructions?
A higher power controls my actions.
Then I must take this power from you.
Very well. If you want the scythe, take it from me.
I charge towards him.
I guess we can just describe this. Go ahead and describe this narratively, because there's no figuring out stats for all different. Strahd charges towards you. What are you up to, Death? As he comes in.
Stop. Do you not remember?
I'm guessing as you say stop, like time stops and I stop.
Yeah, because I forgot I can do that. You like go to charge, and then I kind of stop time.
Do you not remember when I said what Enrin said about the dead and how they can die?
I remember nothing. I just remember pain. And lies. And suffering.
Only death can bring death. You told someone very dear to me. You cut the strings of life. If the strings of puppetry grow too tight.
We must restart the cycle. We must restart the cycle.
I'm sorry, Strahd, but your time is now.
And I hold the scythe back, and I let I let like my palm down grasp, waiting for him to run into my hand, and then I start time.
Nice. So I guess formerly Miles, you kind of rush into the hand of death here. As he grabs your face.
Yeah, I'm guessing I've given him an instruction, so it's technically an instruction of Strahd, so it's not like I can go against that. So I keep charging. I run into his
It's a
hand.
really weird thing. It's like, but Enrin was told this, but Boris is this, but Boris is now death, but death can only be outruled by any orders by actual death.
Yep.
So it's like,
It's our story.
yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna hold my hand out. I don't really know or care where it's gonna go, but Gareth, what happens?
I imagine you reach straight through my chest and you grab my heart just like Miles' death did to the other Strahd.
Awesome.
As his heart is kind of grasped out, I imagine you're going to rupture it out. And we see Miles kind of like falling back down as the hand of death grasps it. It's still beating heart. What do you do with this heart? You let it die?
These are the last moments of the child of sorrow.
Not so fast there. And Edith got her famine starts kind of stepping towards you. Mind if I have that heart?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Thought you might say that then. And
What do you plan on doing with this heart?
she says, I intend to become the new ruler of these realms.
This realm needs to die.
She says, but I'm still hungry. She takes another step towards you.
Decision.
Yeah, see, when you get these things, you get everyone's life. It's not that easy, man.
No. Because it's like, do I give her the heart so she can rule over and just eat everybody? But
Go with your heart, Myth.
I'll go with your heart, actually.
Do what Miles' heart tells you to.
It says lub-dub.
I'm going to,
Flubber-dub-dub.
Very well. Herman, let your fate be satiated.
She, thank you. Takes the heart. Grasps it.
and I go to strike her.
She's like about to eat it.
It's still still like behind me, and I just do like an upper, like swipe and try to cut her in half with death scythe.
Nice. So just as like the heart is like going on, you simultaneously lop off her head and her hand in like one brutal scythe swing as you bring it around, and she just kind of falls to the floor. And she as her head like comes off, it's not really blood that like is like within her. It's just like fat.
Yeah.
More like the fat which she's like digesting, just like hot fats like spills everywhere, like
It smells
boiling.
great though. It smells like bacon.
It smells like just like bacon.
Yeah.
And as this happens, as the heart dies alongside it, the beating stops, and there is no ruler of the realms of Ravenloft at this point. And that being said, you feel this rumbling from below you, like from the very bowels of the castle. And you sense, it's the millions, maybe billions of souls that have been trapped here in Ravenloft for centuries past, and they are coming up. They get knocked down, but they get it up again. ain't no one gonna keep them down as they just begin.
Tub thumping, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It starts surging upwards, and you feel the very bounds of the castle, their like structures being, their kind of foundations being destroyed by these spirits, as there are millions of them moving and just surging upwards as one, and you feel the castle begin to crackle and crease, and the foundations of it begin to just kind of shake everywhere. Masonry starts to fall from above as you feel the tower begin to almost like splinter off and shatter as all of this begins to happen, as these souls just kind of surge upwards through past you, and you're seeing these white spirits just going up all around you, coming up through the floor as the floor itself begins to fall in, and we kind of cut out at this point to look at the entire castle as you see the tower in which we were centered in just like crumple in on itself, and all within just kind of like destroyed, or who knows, can you really kill death? But certainly the realm itself is shattering at this point as we look out and get a broader picture. The entire castle is just like crumbling and falling in upon itself as these white spirits are flying upwards into the sky. And as they reach the air, as they exit the castle, you see them turn into these doves, the same white doves that we saw flying away before, back all the way in like episode 6. These white doves just flying up. There are millions of them. There's a whole like migration happening straight towards the sun right now, the dark green sun, which is in the center of this realm, as all the huge swarm of them fly upwards. They start not just coming from the castle, from all the rest of the lands of Barovia and further out as well, as these souls just light up the sky, and all that we can see, it's like a supernova almost, as this kind of white hot lights just burning upwards, up into the center of the sky. And then once they reach the sky, we just see white as the entire world is kind of engulfed in these spirits, finally at last set free. And on that bombshell.
One more thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
I turn to Pestilence, the oozing tentacles.
Yeah, everything's falling down, yeah.
And I go,
Come. Death awaits in Adonica.
and then he morphs into a raven and tries to fly with the doves.
Nice. So yeah, we get like one black raven flying amongst this huge swarm of white doves flying away here.
I guess in that case, Pestilence will follow him. What would be probably as a very large cockroach, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, a large cockroach. Like
or no, a horsefly.
Oh yeah.
Dobson fly.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like blue bottle horrible things. As you guys fly up, two like little specks in this huge cacophony of white, and on that bombshell, that is sadly where we end Curse of Strahd. So that is the finale, chaps. Wow, that was quite a climactic ending. I haven't planned any of this stuff to happen, which is super cool, but there we go. It ended on quite a note. So what do we in chat think of the series as a whole? What do our players think? Of course, this what's the end of this season? I've actually got a surprise for you guys. We've got a show coming up here starting at 7 p.m. all the way up until 10 p.m. EST.
What?
Actually finishing today. We've got an extra special show, and I'll tell you guys what it is in just a few moments here. It's a secret, super exclusive show coming right up here in a moment. So let's see what the team thought. So Gareth, you were here from the start. What did you think?
Oh man, that's so depressing. But honestly, I felt heavy in my heart, that decision. It was really horrible to try and have to make. But yeah, I don't think Miles would have been happy like doing the world, and maybe he weighed it up and saw the burden that Strahd actually had. So yeah, it got really dark, and I felt like I threw in a proper curveball. But I think it was the only decision I felt that I could make without dooming everyone. And it's sad that Diligence died when she wasn't here, but I think she'd have been happy with that way to go out.
Yeah, it felt fitting because it was almost the exact same way in which Irina Kolyana dies.
I was so looking forward to that, like to the cycle just repeating with him and Diligence. That would have been so awesome.
That's sick. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I wasn't even drawing that line. That's awesome.
It's cool, like we had that glimpse of what that was going to be.
Oh my god, it was so good with all of us being the horsemen. That would have been I would have like if the game could have ended there. It would have been dark as shit, but it would have been awesome too.
Yeah, but I like that it continues, and it's been such an amazing. Like, this is possibly my favorite D&D campaign I've played ever, which is crazy to think it's a Twitch game which has certain limitations or whatever. It's been so much fun. Look, the whole story has been crazy. I've really got into Miles and had fun playing Miles. And like this session, I've played like 3 different versions of Miles, which is crazy to try and do. But I've been really good, and everything that the chat's put in and everything that these guys have put in, like working with Lee, Gordon Bryan's been so much fun. So much fun.
Definitely. Nice, Clank. Brian, what do you think of this campaign? Joining in kind of halfway through here.
At first it was kind of, it was one of those things where I wasn't really sure how we were going to come up to the end, because I always had it in my head that I wanted to do something that kind of gave the finale back to these guys, because it really, like, I always felt like it was their campaign and I was just kind of here. But still, like, I love, I love the roleplay so much, and it was such a great session with all the ups and downs, and like you said, the glimpse of like what would happen if Miles had kind of become Strahd and sort of the cycle had repeated. Like, I think that itself is an awesome story thing. I also like everything that came after. These guys are just awesome, and I don't have enough good things to say about getting a chance to hang out and roleplay with these dudes. So, thank you for letting me be a part of it. It was great.
It was great having the Doctor in here. It's definitely something different to the group dynamic, I think. Claude, what do you think about the series as a whole here?
Oh, golly. I thought it was a lot of fun. I actually, to be honest, when I first made the character, I was kind of bored with him, and I was like, I don't know if I'm going to like this character. But it definitely bloomed into one of my favorites. So I was like, I'll just go for a ranger, whatever. And then, like, backstory started to evolve. Chat started to put their fingers in the pie, and then, like, creating this awesome character. And I had a lot of fun. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everybody who... Askren, Will, and Gareth, thank you guys. Tons of fun, and I'm sorry, Gareth, that I killed your character. Sorry that
No, it's absolutely fine. No,
I was like, do I keep going? Do we stop it? But then...
No, I had nothing in mind, and it probably was the most humane thing.
Fueling the fire for Moldark for the next season, which is going to be...
Yeah, I liked how we tied that into the end of season 2 of the Broken Kingdoms. We've always said like the Out of the Abyss was still in the realms of Atonica, and like Ravenloft was going to be in the same kind of world which we have. So it's nice to tie that in there and have that extra little dynamic where you could have a knock-on effect in the next season that we play.
That's 2 long campaigns, and I've not survived it.
There you go.
I really wanted Miles to live as well.
One of these days I won't be a god of death.
Maybe one of these days. But folks are asking what's coming next. How do we top Curse of Strahd? Well, we are returning the same time next week of this game. Instead of playing what's the name of this? Curse of Strahd. Instead of playing Curse of Strahd, we're going to be playing Call of Cthulhu. Season 2 is what we're going to do in Call of Cthulhu. It's going to be intense.
Too Cthulhu, too furious. That's what it's going to be called.
Exactly, yeah. And we'll be picking up from about where we ended in the first series, because I know you guys really enjoyed that kind of 3 or 4 little kind of small campaign that we did there. We'll be picking up, continuing on that with a fully fledged Call of Cthulhu campaign, which is going to be great fun to have on a Wednesday night.
Will there be Cthulhu prep as well? Do we know yet?
Oh yeah, I'll be doing 1 p.m. Cthulhu prep, so you guys will be helping me write lists. Of course, huge shout out to chat for the effort which you guys put into this. Because you really helped me help write this stuff, and it's cool getting to deliver the stuff that we have written together, and you guys liking the way we should deliver it. So that was cool. It was a great writing experience for me doing this.
Was it chat that decided I was son?
Strahd's son?
No, we had spoken about that, but we never really confirmed it. We had some ideas floating around, but yeah.
That's cool.
I hope these guys continue to write, chat continues to write awesome horror stuff for the Cthulhu, because I'm always into that.
This is a third kind of roleplay to help me take fancy and RPing seriously again, as well as for intent, of course, but this campaign really did it for me, especially from the Hags onward. Thanks, Nid. Appreciate that, dude. That's where I found my stride, I think, in like that episode, whatever it was, the Hags. So
that's why you took the book and went, woo!
Yeah, well, this is a giveaway.
If that's a lesson for you guys. If you're playing Curse of Strahd, throw away the book. because I did that.
Yeah, get 40 people to help you write a campaign and you're sorted. So yeah,
We all just have a chat full of 40 people. It's just a thing we all have.
It was great. Oh man, tons of fun. I feel like I had something to plug, but I don't remember what it was. Anyway.
There you go. It's Call of Cthulhu on YouTube. Yeah, it's season 1's on YouTube. If you guys enjoyed Curse of Strahd, do hit that follow button and join us. We appreciate all the hours that we put in and you guys put in as well, helping the with list. There are something like 13 episodes for the Curse of Strahd, which I thought was kind of perfect. Thanks so much to Rim for following. Welcome, my friend. You're a gentleman and a scholar. So if you enjoyed it, then let us know. Leave us a comment on the YouTube channel. Just let us know. And we really appreciate it. However, I've got a new game coming up here, and I know we never play at 7 p.m. We always do 1 till 4. And
don't make it a regular thing, because then you're cutting into my time.
Yeah, there you go. 4 till 7 and 7 till 10 today is what we're going to be playing. And we are playing a Face Down in a Muddy Road. It's a D&D5E one-shot that Askren's going to be playing with me, along with Rem and along with Gwen in chat over there, as well as Sydney's going to be playing as well. And we're going to be playing through this awesome one-shot, which we've been sponsored to play. So if it changes your opinion on anything, we always like to let you guys know, there is money involved and stuff, because that's how we keep the channel going, doing different stuff and playing different games. Basically, we're playing a module one-shot, it's like 5th edition, starting at level 1, and it's going to be really freaking cool, because I really like this module, and yeah, we're going to be starting that here in a few minutes. But let's do some hooks and plugs and last shout-outs to about the campaign or anything that you like. So, Cord.
Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Get a Roleplay. Hello, everybody. My name is Mythomatic. I am a Twitch streamer here on Twitch, and I have been doing it for a while now. I'm trying to get to my YouTube link so I can show you some cool stuff, some things I have done recently. But if you guys liked what I've done here, if you guys like the role plays and such, if you guys want to learn how to be a role player like us, if you want some tips and tricks, boy, do I have a place for you. Let me grab this thing here. So check this out. It's a video series that I'm starting up on the tubes right there, and check it out. Like, comment, subscribe. Also click follow, because I'll be on later tonight and we'll be doing some more role play in Myth RP, my own ARC RP server. A lot of stuff is happening, a lot of cool content, so check it out. That's me, and thank you guys so much for your wonderful chat involvement in the plot and everything. You guys are great. Love you.
It was awesome fun. Brian, you do things on the internet.
Yeah, my name is Askren, or I am the host and the dungeon master for the Exploding Dice Twitch channel. You can always find me in chat as Exploding Dice, where we play live D&D every Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern. So, we're always on after Encounter Roleplay. Also, I have a really fun talk show. It's called Fuzzy Dice, and it airs every Tuesday at 8 p.m. on my channel, where I have different podcast, Twitch, or blog, or game design guests, and we talk D&D and dungeon mastering, and we take live questions. It's a great time. Also, I'm here a lot. I have a campaign on Encounter Roleplay. It's called Reign of Winter, and it's every Thursday at 1 p.m., and Will is in that, and Trainsy TV, and Kira, and we have a ton of fun. And you guys help make that campaign with your donations and stuff, and it's great.
It's very fun. Gareth, anything to say? Anything to plug?
Yeah, I'll do it quickly. As the resident expert on running, I will plug Lee. She is running for a cancer charity. Don't laugh, that's offensive. If you can chuck her a bit of sponsorship money, she's been on Strahd, she's worked hard. If you want to chuck a bit of money her way, it's for a good cause. Feel free, I'll post that link in the chat. And also, I'll post her Twitter. Can everyone maybe send her a message that says RIP Diligence? Because she's not going to know what's gone on, and it's going to be hilarious. But other than that, thank you guys. It's been so much fun. I think I'm ducking off Wednesdays for a tiny little bit. But it's been a pleasure, and hopefully I'll get back soon.
Perfect. Alright then guys, so we're going to go head into this next sponsored game called Face Down in the Muddy Road. So don't go anywhere. If you've been enjoying tonight's roleplay, then there's just more for you guys. There's just so much more. So it's been wonderful having Gareth and Mythomatic on the show. Go check out Mythomatic, of course, and be sure to try and stroke Gareth's